Let's see. Okay, we're up and running. So
I-
it's Kid Sasuke, Valley of the End versus Comp. What now?
Comp Witch from Majo Tensei.
Yeah, that. Um. Okay, so. Oh yeah, and it's gonna be capped at city level and equal speed.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. So for Sasuke, I have city level scaling. He scales above Gaara's Sand Tsunami because in base, Gaara can make his Sand Tsunami, and Gaara went into his one-tailed form, which is either a V1 or V2 one-tailed cloak, and then we can draw comparison to Naruto's one-tailed cloak, which is comparable to Sasuke's CM2 state, which is confirmably a 10 times amp, and so he would scale above that, and then Sasuke fights Naruto, who just destroys that Gaara. Sasuke in base can destroy Naruto, and then on top of that, he can use CM2, which is a 10 times amp, which should get him to those city level ranges.
Okay, let me just make sure real quick that my calc actually gets to city level. I think it's like haven't checked in a while. All right, so is there like an actual calc for it? I can
Yeah,
see.
yeah. You want the scans? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me know. Do you just want like everything, or just like some
Well,
specific ones?
no, it's just a calc because I already know like the Naruto, like the Naruto scaling.
Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, this is the Sand Tsunami calc right here.
I'm just trying to find the calc real quick. Let's see, should it be in here? I think I have to go back to this to try to find it. All right. Might take a bit because I'm on my phone, not my computer.
I'll put it in zone one. Okay,
Yeah, that's a scan zone.
okay.
Just give me a second.
For sure. Um, okay.
Yeah, shit. Scan zone 1. Okay. So let's see. Let's check out your calc real quick. Okay. Let's see. My phone's loading slowly but surely. All right. So let's see. Check the calcs. Make sure everything's correct on this calc. Let's see. Three pixels. 26. 200 meters. Skipping over this. That is town level.
Right, yeah, and
Your
then I
calc.
said right, and that's for base Gara, and then I said that, and that's why I asked if you wanted the calcs for everything because it's base Gara.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, okay, I'll get the other ones. Cool. Yeah, because base Gara is town level, and then his one-tailed transformation should be relative to Naruto's one-tailed transformation, which is a 10 times amp. Base Naruto scales to that, and then Sasuke and CM2 should, yeah, of course, be a 10 times amp above Sasuke, or sorry, above base Sasuke. Cool. Let me grab them. Okay. Um. Here we go. Let me see. Uh, okay, I'll grab this scan. They might be out of order, but yeah. Okay, so this one is base Sasuke bodying base Naruto. I'm just gonna get them in the order that I find them in my scans collection here. Okay. This is Naruto just decimating one-tailed Naruto. Wait, sorry, Naruto decimating one-tailed Gaara is what I meant to say. And let's see. CM2. Is it in this folder? Might not be. Hold up. Well, first I should get the CM2 Sasuke image, but let me see. Where is it? Okay, here's the image of Sasuke being in CM2. And then I'll go get the the quantifier for the curse mark 2.
In the meantime, I'll just do this. Oh, also too, like, don't mind because it says like the War of Shitty Calcs. That's just because the series is often hated a lot.
Yeah. Understandable. Yeah, okay, so okay, that's the last one right there. So we have base Gaara's Sand Tsunami, which is the town level calc, and then we have Naruto. It's 2 scans beneath that is Naruto boxing up full monster Gaara, and then we have Sasuke like basically one punching Naruto essentially, like just destroys him. It's like not even comparable. And then Sasuke can go Curse Mark 2 on top of that. And then if depending on what happens, I mean, yeah, Sasuke could also use his Chidori, which is a one-shot level gap versus just his base. But, you know, we can go over that if we need to later on. But yeah, that's the AP scaling so far.
Okay. Let me do this. Do that. Let me grab this because it's off my phone. So pretty much versus wiki has like the counts, but this is based upon like Tomogaisen, which is a very skilled like Japanese like warrior, and basically she was able to like to shoot her arrow, and then was able to almost split Bonnie in half, which made the city level the city level plus calc.
Yeah.
So it's just pretty much straightforward.
Okay. All right, then I guess I will add on top the addition of the what is it? The Chidori one. Like you just off the top of your head, you have a standard for what like a one shot level gap would be, or should I like find one?
Like one times gap is like 7. It's like I think it's like 7 times or 7.5, somewhere around there.
Right. Okay. So let me do the math real quick. So what was that? 46.6, which is like the standard one times 10, and then times 10, and then times 7. That would be all right. And then I'll plug this into the kilotons to megatons converter real quick. Okay, comes out to 32.62 megatons.
All right, that's fine.
Cool.
That's fine with me. So right now it's 77 um, to 33. Frisk, if you can do that math real quick and put in like the difference. Thank you very kindly. And while he does that, I'm gonna go get me a snack.
Okay, I think it's a 2.3 times. Yeah, it's like a 2.3 times difference.
Someone tell Kurai Frisk is not in call.
Oh yeah, Frisk is not in
Shit.
call. Yeah, but it's
All
like a
right, so
2.3 times gap.
all right, that's fine. All right, so do you want me to start off or you to start off with the win cons?
You can start off.
Okay. Let's see. What do I want to use? Okay, so first thing is first. I'll probably go with Himiko. So basically, with Himiko, so basically any lie that Himiko says, um, and that you believe becomes true. So basically, what Himiko can basically do is like at the very start of the battle can be like can easily can just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna win this battle 100%, and then if she believes that lie, it'll become true. So let me get the scans for that. If you need me to explain that further, I can.
Yeah, but I'll wait for the scans though.
All right.
Patience is king.
Okay. Let me just get that. All right. And then also too as well, she has like very good social influencing too as well. So it's like so at this point, even if you like were like not to believe her, since she had like her social influencing is just so good, and like her confidence is 100%. It makes it seem like whatever she's saying is true. So let me just get these stuff. So let's see. I might have to pull up the full chapter for this. Yeah, let me do that real quick. These scans might be out of order too as well.
All right, you're chilling.
All right, big chillin'. So we can forward this to scan zone 1. Right. Go back over here. Go.
Alright, what's up?
Yeah, it's up. Let's see, we'll do this one right here. Not quit. Not reply. Forward versus zone 1. Send. Let's see. And then I just need to get the one scan to which she actually does that in character. Like, where she actually says, "I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this battle."
Yeah.
And I'll get the scans for that.
Wait, what's the point you guys are on now? Or
It's
Yeah. So
just oh, go. You can say it.
yeah, so he's basically getting the scans for the argument that she has essentially a version of truth manipulation where she can tell a lie and then she will make that lie into reality if you believe it. And also that she has
okay.
good social influencing, so she should be able to convince Sasuke, if his argument is true, she should be able to convince Sasuke that her lie is the truth, therefore she should turn lies into reality. And I believe he also added just now that she said, I don't know if he's using this as a point, but he said that this one of the scans he's looking for is that she said that she was going to win the fight, which I'm assuming he's going to turn that into an argument.
Oh, okay, because I didn't really see, because this, like, came up after, like, stats. Like, is this, like, after you got done with, like, AP and stuff?
Yeah, there was a 2.3 times difference in stats. He had the advantage by that bit. And yeah, we jump straight into hacks, and this is the first ability.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you, thank you.
This would be so much easier if my computer was working. Sadly. Here we go. Screenshot, please. There we go. Okay, come on. There we go. Go back here. Come on, phone. Come on. There we go. Go back. Come on. Trying to slide it. There we go. There we go. All right, so all the scans are posted. So basically, like essentially, so basically, even if you do not believe it, or like yourself, but she can also like believe in herself, which will also make that truth into reality. And
Hmm.
then and this is even after like when she was fighting like was fighting Cleopatra, and Cleopatra, you can easily see from all this damage, like from her like getting her arm like chopped off, even like getting stabbed like multiple times, like throughout this fight. And this wasn't like no low diff or mid diff fight. This was like an extremely high diff fight. So even with that, so even with like, if something were to happen, let's say we're saying like a what if scenario, Sasuke were to be like intimidating or anything along that jazz, like she'll still have that confidence in herself, even on the brink of death, even to which it says, like, I will risk my life to tell a lie, and that's why it can make it 100%.
Sure. So I kind of disagree with the entailment, right? So she says she'll risk her life to tell a lie. That doesn't and that's why I can make it 100%. It doesn't necessarily entail that her believing the lie is what makes it reality, right? Because the more you're willing to put on the line for your lie, the more likely someone else is to believe it. So I don't think that any of this proves that her herself believing it will make her reality come to pass.
What do you mean, like, okay. So what do you mean by that? So basically, what you're saying is like she's not going to be like believe in herself, so
No,
that
no,
this
that's
lie
not what
can
it
become
is.
true,
No, no, okay.
or you just don't believe that this is truth hacks.
Sure. Well, kind of neither. Okay, so I'm gonna paint you a hypothetical, right? So in general, if I go to someone like a random person or even someone that knows me, right, and I say something that's a lie, right, and I say it with insane confidence, and I tell you, right, we can sign a blood agreement to where one of us dies if the other one lies, and I'll bet you $100 and my life that this is the truth, right? Just doing that is so much more believable if you add stakes into your lie. That if you're lying, those stakes are terrible for you. Doing that makes it infinitely more likely that speaking in hyperbole, of course, makes it infinitely more likely that lie will be perceived as truth. So what I'm saying is when she says she'll risk her life on a lie, that's what makes it 100%. I don't necessarily think that when she is saying that statement that means that her herself believing it is what makes the reality come to pass. I think she's just saying what the ability generally is, which is if everyone else agrees, or not everyone else, but if she can convince someone else, then it will come to pass. She's just extraordinarily good rhetorically, so she can get other people to believe it 99.9999, whatever percent of the time.
Okay. So if we see from that point, and okay, so if we get that, so it even says if here, if I have been caught in a lie at any point, the outcome could have been different. So basically, in that it's like in that whole point, if she was like even like lying to herself, even though that even if she was lying to her own self about basically about like this, this not happening, this being 100%, she could have died at that point. And so it's like at any point, if she didn't believe in that lie anymore, she would have died.
Well, can
And
you
that's
prove
what's
that would have
basically what's being
extended?
that's being entailed.
Sorry, can you prove that
Yeah.
it would extend to herself?
So it's
Jesus. Okay, hold on.
I'll post the scan again. Post that, and then I'll add this on top of it too as well. Oh, come on, don't do that. There we go. See, we can also use this too as well.
Also, real quick, can I add one thing as well?
Yeah.
Also, if you can convince yourself of the lie, obviously that will increase your believability because it will up your confidence. Because a lot of the time people come off as unconfident because they don't believe in what they're saying, at least fully. They're aware of their infallibility. But if you're able to convince yourself of this lie 100%, then you're essentially increasing your convincing ability by, this insane factor because you don't have that unconfidence. So yeah, that's pretty much the addition to the argument. I can kind of, restate it if you need afterwards.
Let's see. Let's do this, then we'll go get this, which is power system. here. Screenshot this. All right, so I want you to go over it just one more time so I have like a fully understanding of what you're trying to say. So basically, so what you're basically trying to say is that like this is not are you trying to say that this is not truth manip or is like this like or is like this is not gonna happen because like already proven. I mean, this has already been proven like even through the scans alone that this is truth manip.
No. Again, I'm not saying it's not truth manip, but what I'm saying is the way you're saying the truth manip functions is if she's able to convince anyone, including herself. I'm making the distinction that I think you're making a little bit of a categorical error. That is to say that I don't think herself falls into that category of someone, right? So when it's in the scan, right, when it says she can convince herself, she's has a lot riding on this lie, and she's willing to risk it all these sorts of things, all it means is that if she convinces herself first, she becomes more convincing, right? When you believe in what you're saying, most of the time you become much, much, much more rhetorical, right? Your social influencing goes way up when you actually believe in what you're saying. So if she comes off as unconvincing, she's not going to convince her opponent, right? So when it says that if she didn't believe it 100%, she would have failed, I don't think what they're saying is her convincing herself is what allowed her hacks to sort of get triggered. What I'm saying is I think that if she wasn't convincing herself, she would have been less convincing to the other people. And if she was less convincing to the other people, obviously it wouldn't have worked and she would have died.
Okay. So even with this, I even posted like a scam piece even before like the match even started. Like even before the match started, she even said that she was going to win this. That she was going to win this. So she means she already had she already had that confidence. That confidence of even saying like that she was going to win this. Not only that, but she even said that she was going to win the whole entire tournament after seeing like multiple people even before her fight with these like insane abilities, along with someone else who's like magic slash desire was said to be was said to be like one of the strongest magics to ever exist within the verse.
Sure, sure,
And
but
she still had the confidence to even say that it's like yeah, I'm gonna win this whole entire like tournament 100%. So like like either way she doesn't even have to say this to Sasuke. She could just even say this to herself. It's like yeah, I'm gonna win this 100%, and then it doesn't even matter if Sasuke doesn't even believe her at all. It's like then her hacks is already engaged already.
well, that's what's in contention. But yeah, so let's look at it this way, right? So there's sort of this A and B sort of situation, right? It's you saying that all she has to do is convince herself and the hacks automatically triggers, right? I'm saying that that's not how it works. She just has to convince herself so that she can convince others, therefore her hacks will be triggered, right? And you even said that one of your points was that she had good social influencing, which will allow this to work. And what I'm saying is her good social influencing is reliant on her able to mind hack herself. Example being, you're aware how people can like sort of self hypnotize themselves, right? How you can convince yourself of something that may not be true in hopes to bring it to pass, right?
Mhm.
Right. Okay. So what I'm saying is that tactic of being able to convince yourself is a rhetoric strategy, right? If you don't agree with what you're saying and you say it, it comes off as less convincing. But if you were to convince yourself, right, convince yourself to convince others, essentially, right? You're convincing yourself to believe this so that you'll be more rhetorical when you make the claim out loud, I'm going to win this entire tournament. And when she says that statement out with confidence, it's not necessarily because she convinced herself, which brings the reality into pass. It's because she's convincing herself to become more rhetorical, to say it out loud with confidence, to convince others to allow the reality to pass.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, that's not how. That is literally now not how like any of this works within this verse. That's not how that works. Of basically of what you're basically saying. That is nowhere near of how it works. So basically, of how it actually works is basically that all she just has to do, is because her desire. Let me pull up her desire because witches magics is desire, and basically like whatever you desire is basically that's basically your magic. Let me pull that. So basically, like what you're saying is basically like so basically it's just like for even for this has to work. It's like she has to like social. It's like she has to social influence herself to even convince herself in the first place that this is going to work, and then for this to be happening. But but it's like this point is kind of like your counter is really not really a counter per se, because it's still truth manip, and then either way she still is going to get this off. She's still going to get this off, and she's still going to have the confidence in herself. So which means this is still going to be engaging no matter what. Like
Well,
it's like there isn't no way that this hacks is not going to be going off.
Well, I'm just trying
There's
to go
no
point by point. I just don't want to shotgun you, right? So I wanted to go. We tackle the whether or not convincing herself directly or indirectly sort of changes reality, and then we can go into whether or not the social influencing of Sasuke would go off. But I wanted to tackle the whether or not her mind hacking herself influences reality first before we go into that, because I didn't want to be accused of shotgunning or anything like that. But I do have another counter that we can move on to if you agree with what I'm saying. Or
no, nobody, no. I definitely do not agree with what I definitely do not agree with what you're saying. Don't, no, no, because it's just like he's already explained this like already before. It's just like even it's like she's already convincing herself with even beforehand. She was seeing all these strong people that were within the tournament that were even before her. It's just like heck. It's like heck. She already knows like that. It's like that one of the witches there has like a desire of like infinity, and was basically was like, oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm still gonna win this tournament like 100%. And then so it's really it's like even if she does that even onto herself, she's still convincing herself that it's going to work. So unless you can prove anything otherwise of her confidence not being of her not believing in herself, this hack still gets pulled off. And then let me drop these two scans too as well, which is just even more of her just even convincing herself like that she's going to win this battle, even knowing like how strong her opponents already are.
all right, let me
But
open these real quick.
but if at this point specifically, we can't leave this point up to the judges.
Let's see. Then let me explain. All right, really. Actually, I I don't get what you're doing one bit. Let's see. I win. Okay. Okay.
Also too as well, like to add to the PSP, like Cleopatra was just like, yeah, was you can clearly see from the context it's like Cleopatra's like it's like, oh, you think you're gonna win 100%? Yeah, nah.
Well, the problem with that is there's no thought bubbles here, right? So we don't know what she thinks internally, which is important, right? Especially for these types of things. If my ability is if I convince you I win and I say, yeah, I'm going to win 100%, my confidence probabilistically will rattle you and like subconsciously convince you that you'll win. Kind of think of the UFC, think of Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo, right? Think of stuff like that, right? People will get so mind hacked by just absurd confidence. Heck, even in Discord debates, bro, people get mind hacked by just having confidence. If someone will go into a server and, just have confidence, a lot of the time that confidence alone will power null a lot of people, right? So in this context, when the other person may or may not even know her ability or the ins and outs of it, with her saying, I'm going to win, just plain and simple, insanely confidently, right? Her saying that can easily be convincing to the opposition, right? And the other thing I'm trying to remember, you said something along the lines of that it was that the ability works by convincing herself. So kind of going back to that, when it comes to her herself believing it, the ability, the way it was stated is she has to convince someone, right? Now, I'm going to ask if there is any direct evidence, not subtle implications that can be interpretation based, but is there any direct evidence to say that herself is within that category of someone or of everyone? I believe it was worded as someone, right?
Yeah, no, I literally just proved it like towards like the end of the fight. Like it was like towards the end of the fight. It's like this. That's the only reasons why. That's the only reasons why it's like she puts herself in that category was only because that she like put the lie on herself for the truth hacks to work. And then let me also do this too as well to post these scans, and I'll post that scan too as well.
Yeah, you mean the one with her arm getting that her arm is chopped off, right? Where she says she'll risk her life
Yeah.
to tell a lie. Right. I think I kind of
Yes.
already covered that, so we probably could move on to that
No,
subpoint.
I
But
personally don't believe in what you're saying. So let me just drop these scans too as well to which like even after her saying this, and then even with Cleopatra, like with her touch was just able to twist her arm completely, like 360 degrees, and eventually like her whole entire body. Like it's like she still said, like, because even going back to your point with having the confidence, and then that there needs to be like evidence for like this to be happening, like for Cleopatra to actually like basically like believe her or like not believe her, like even with this one attack which was going to kill like Himiko if she didn't chop off her arm. So she still had the confidence in that. So let me scroll till the end of the fight. Hang on real quick so I can get those scans too as well. Because the whole convincing Sasuke part is really so let's just get over this point first.
okay.
Say
Mm, mm.
see. Okay, then we'll get this one too as well. I guess I need a couple more. Just trying to go through this chapter since I'm on my phone. Hmm. Oh, we can use this too as well. All right, so come on, a little bit more. Let's see. Let's zoom in on this. Do this. Screenshot that. Okay, so let's those are plus. There we go. Okay. Go back. Okay, there we go. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Just I was just making sure because my thing wasn't, the whole problems that we had yesterday.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. So even like with this, with like the first scan, so for like a bit of background for like this whole like tournament thing, like which they're all fighting in, they're all basically ranked. So they're all basically ranked. So so even if like so she had to have the confidence in herself because Cleopatra was ranked number 1 to win the whole entire tournament, and everyone basically had their money on Cleopatra of winning, like and then Himiko was placed in 4th place. So Himiko was, fourth rated to actually win. But even within the tournament, she said, I'm gonna win 100%. She still like the truth manip still worked for herself because if it didn't, because like no one else like believed that she was going to win, even throughout the fight that was going on, that no
Well,
one
hold on.
else
Are there
believed
any
her
are
because
there any
everyone.
thought bubbles to prove that?
It's literally like mentioned like right there, like Cleopatra was ranked number 1 and Himiko was ranked number 4.
But okay, so there's a couple things. One, when people are discussing the rankings, that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't think that she can win, right? Think of UFC fights, right? Think of how the champion is always, the champion, right? Versus say the number one contender, right? And people will discuss like, maybe like for example, right? When what's a good example? Drickus was about to fight Sean Strickland. There were people who, even though Drickus was ranked, say, beneath Izzy, for example, that that Drickus could still win, right? There were people that thought that. There were people that thought that Strickland could be Izzy, although substantially less people thought that. But things like that, right? So there are people a lot of the time that will point out these ranking differences, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll win necessarily. And also, what people say out loud doesn't necessarily reflect what's in their head, right?
All right, but for that case, if you're gonna say the thoughts in their head, then that's something that you're gonna have to prove on your for yourself. But
Well,
I
I think
even
you
have
proved
like a
it for me.
screenshot.
Didn't you
Well,
say that
I
she
even have a
had?
I have
Oh,
the
hold on.
screenshot right here
Didn't you
too as
say
well, to
that?
which majority of people thought that she was gonna win.
So, but didn't you say that? Okay, but again, you said there were no thought bubbles, but it's on me. But you said previously that she had like really good social influencing, right? And if she has this insane godlike social influencing to the point where she can, like you said, she should be able to convince Sasuke because she has god level like social influencing. So if she has that and she says this, right? Made the claim that she should be able to convince everyone, right? That was your claim.
And I proved that. I literally provided scan.
Well, there you go.
Okay. So for the social influencing, I brought up two things. I brought up two things that she can do that to you, but then she can also do that to herself too as well. To which I proved both of those. I proved both of those already.
Okay,
That she
so
could do it to other people, then she can also do it to herself.
Sure. So what I'm saying is, if you're making the claim that she has really
I'm
good
not
social
a claim that
influencing,
approved. A claim that approved
okay, so you
with
prove she has
scans
good
and
social
evidence.
influencing, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you proved that, then it helps me because you're saying that there's no hard evidence that she convinced everyone else, but I'm saying sure it is. You provided the evidence that she convinced everyone else when you said she had god level social influencing. You said she had insane social influencing that can convince you no matter what. You made those claims. I didn't initiate those claims. Those are your claims. So you claimed that she convinced these people.
No, oh no. The claim that you made was the thoughts that are in their head, which is what I'm asking you to prove. That's what I'm asking you to prove. Like the thoughts that are actually in their head of them thinking that it was like, oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that she can possibly win. That's what that's what you were entailing. That's what
Sure,
you were
sure.
entailing, which I actually provided like the evidence of what even other people thought with the ranking system too as well. To which because with the ranking system of how like there's humongous of crowds, like the whole humongous of crowds of them thing was like, oh my gosh, she lost, like Cleopatra lost, she was like the number one pick to win this whole entire tournament, but then no, she lost to Himiko.
Right, okay.
But that
So, yeah, okay. So here's the thing, right? I did say that because you were providing out loud statements, and I said, well, without the having speech bubbles on panel, that they could be thinking something else, right? Which I would say that in a vacuum, yes, the burden is now on me. But what I'm saying is the fact that you said previously that she has god level social influencing that could convince Sasuke, I'm saying that you making the claim that she had god level social influencing, her having that and making this declaration publicly, this public declaration that yes, I'm going to win this entire tournament, that moment was her using, and it's in your own scan, right? That moment was her using social influencing on everyone in the arena that saw her make that claim, which you said was amazing social influencing. And the fact that you said that leads credence to the fact that
I
what's in
didn't
there.
say I did not say everyone in the arena. I don't straw man me. I did not say everyone in the arena.
Well,
I
didn't she?
nowhere near
Hold
said
on.
that.
Didn't
I didn't
didn't
say that.
hold on? Didn't she make the declaration like out loud where everyone in the
To
arena could
Himiko,
see?
to Himiko,
But
no,
what
not
I'm
to Himiko, to Cleopatra, to Cleopatra.
But was
She
she
said
not
that to
audible to everyone
Cleopatra.
else? Isn't she in front of this
She
massive
said that
stadium?
she said that to Cleopatra, specifically to Cleopatra.
But wait, okay, wait. Which person is Cleopatra? Is that one who she was fighting in the arena?
Yes, she
Okay,
said
right,
that. She said that to Cleopatra. Not, and
right.
she didn't like yell out to everyone. It's like everyone, oh, I'm gonna win this battle 100%. It's just no. It's like no. It's like no. She was talking. She was talking to Cleopatra. Was saying I'm gonna win this 100%. And then even beforehand, even before the fight started, even before like the fight started, she was like yeah, I'm gonna win this battle. I'm going to win this battle. So it's just like I'm not. It's like I nowhere near said that. Like it's like or like she said it to everyone into the arena. So like
Well,
so
hold
like
on, hold on,
everyone
hold
in
on.
the so everyone in there no. So everyone in the arena everyone in the arena will get put under this social influencing that's by her. No, that's not what I said.
Sure, but you agreed that she said it in the arena, right? Now, I'm not necessarily saying that she screamed it at the top of her lungs, right? But what I'm saying is she made a statement in front of, however many people, I don't know how many people it is. I'm going to just throw a number out, say 1,000, right? She made a statement in front of 1,000 people. And if you have good social influencing, and say me and you are talking, right? And I say something, and I say it super confidently to you, right? To you, but in front of 1,000 people, if I have good social influencing, I'm able to convince all of them. And what I'm saying is, you said she had good social influencing. You said she said this in stage, which you repeated. She said it in the arena in front of all these people. Even if she wasn't directed towards them directly, she still said it in front of them, in which case her social influencing should work on them.
Actually, so here's where so here's where you're wrong. So here's where you're wrong. Okay. Okay, so even with that, so you're gonna have to prove like everyone in the arena like even heard her say that, even say that. So
Was she
because
whispering?
no, she wasn't whispering. Okay then so let's say this. So like we can see in this crowd that there is tons of people screaming at the top of their lungs in this arena. Okay, no, okay, and me talking normally to someone, me talking like normally in a normal volume level to someone, like in a big arena of how that is, like how is someone gonna even be able to hear them to even be able to hear me talk? So like let's say for an example, you're from California or whatever. I'm pretty sure they do like big live events over there. Okay, and then you're in the arena, and some people are down in there and are down in the arena like talking to someone like talking to someone one on one. Are you going to be able to hear what that person's saying? Yes or no?
If someone is in an arena and everyone else is in the stands and screaming,
Yes, at the top of at the top of their lungs. Are you going to be hearing the people that are in the middle of the arena talking? Yes or no?
in real life, assuming there's no like magic, assuming there's no tech to help me here, probably not. But we're not talking about like a real life arena, right? We're talking about a verse
That's
with
the thing.
witches. Well, wait. I let you
But that's
speak.
the
Come on.
thing, though.
Well,
You
hold on.
have
I
to
let you
prove
speak
that.
though. But I let you speak though, right? So here's the issue. And the second point here is, even if everyone didn't hear, that's completely fine, right? If anyone heard, like whoever's closest, like for example, right? If I'm sitting in the arena at the seats closest to the actual people, yeah, I probably would literally just hear. Yes. So it depends on where someone's sitting. If you pick one seat out of all 1,000, probably not. If you go and you say, okay, pick someone who's sitting towards the front, yeah, they'd probably hear.
Right. All right. So no. So literally no, because this is not a no normal size arena. This is not no normal size arena.
Well,
This
you're
is
the one
a
who used that as an
freaking
example,
huge.
a real life big arena. You
Okay.
use that.
Okay. So even if we okay. So here's the thing. So even if you're in the front with people screaming at the top of their lungs, you are not gonna hear people talking. You are not
Also, can
gonna
you
be
prove
hearing
they're
them talking
screaming?
normally.
Can you prove people are screaming in this arena?
Oh
Like,
my gosh!
yeah,
What?
like during this
You know.
sequence.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. So let's do that. We're gonna do this. And there's multiple people talking at the same time. So let's see if my thing can load. So let's do that. Let's circle this. We're gonna circle that because that's the emphasis of people screaming. And screaming was used it was used as an example too as well. So we'll get that. All right, let's back that up.
Yeah, because I'm looking at some of the scans for when they're talking, and it just does not look like they're screaming. So maybe they scream at some point, but it just doesn't look like they're screaming the entire time.
So let's do that.
Okay, and that is at this specific part. Okay.
I'm getting all of it. I'm getting. All right, come on, phone.
And wait a minute, isn't your verse literally a verse of like magical witches?
Why would that matter?
Sure. So, you know, you're because
Why?
you appealed, hold on, you appealed to real life stadiums and real life ears, that being like mine, right? Or like, you know, real people.
I
And
didn't
you,
appeal. I didn't
well, hold
appeal to that. I
on.
use that as an example.
Well, hold on, hold
Even you
on.
said itself.
Hold on, hold on.
Even you yourself said that I use that as
Hold
an
on.
example.
Hold on. What I'm saying, sure, but are you saying that the if you're using it as an equivocal example, otherwise I could
Bro, it's trying
dismiss
to
it
use
as a false
sophistry.
equivalence? Wait.
Bro,
How
it's
is it
trying to use
sophistry? How is it
sophistry.
sophistry?
You're trying
Wait,
to
no,
use
how is it
sophistry.
sophistry? Wait. If anything, you using an example of a real life stadium with real life people that don't have magic when you're literally using and talking about a
But
verse
why would
full of
magic
magical
matter?
wishes that can, bro, you're literally dealing with a verse that could make magic into essentially anything. So you expect me to believe that no one ever, like no one at all, can hear what she said. Like out of all
Yeah,
of these
that's something
people,
that
no
you're gonna
one
have
has
to
that
prove.
magic. Well,
Why
hold
would
on.
someone? Why would someone? Okay. Let's give this as an example. Okay, and don't try to say and don't try to say it was like it's like oh no, you're using this person as an example. You're using this person as an example of some piece of magic, and then the arena, blah blah blah. Okay. Okay, so like let's use this as an example. Okay, like fairy tale for an example. Sorry, Phoenix. Well, fairy tale for an example, like the Grand Wizard games, to which this is like a humongous arena. This is a humongous arena, like or even if we were to give it like the average size arena, and these people have magic, and they have magic, but the thing is, people can't hear what they're actually the actual conversations that they're saying. Let's say, for an example, when Loxus was fighting his father. Did anyone hear the conversations that were happening? Did anyone like hear like those conversations, like the small conversations, like one-on-one conversation, talking in a normal inside voice with a humongous arena that has over, let's say for an example, like tens of thousands of people, like even talking or moving or any of that jazz at the same matter? No, all because a verse has a magic and then has like these properties doesn't inherently mean that people can hear them. No, that's not how that works, dude.
Okay, so the fairy tale example, I actually don't know if that's true, right? Like, you'd probably need to prove that, but I think that would be a bit of a derail. We don't need to go there. It's literally, bro, it's like,
You
and
want to leave this to the judges? This
well,
point up to the
hold
judges?
on, because I still have to address this. Even if I disagree with the point, I still address that I need to address the point, right? So, when it comes to using the fairy tale example, I don't know if they can or can't, so I can't say if that's true or not. But when it comes to this verse specifically, because you seem to get mad when I say that you have to use an equivocal example, I thought that was just kind of common knowledge, but you know, you do need to use an equivocal example. So if you can't prove that, because again, everyone has magic, right? They can literally, and this isn't a verse like, because I don't know the full extent of magic in fairy tale, but like, dude, Natsu eats fire, right? That's completely different than like, oh yeah, I can literally change reality. Like, you expect me to believe that no one in reality can just hear good? Like, you know what I'm saying? And also,
No, that's
how far are they apart from each other when they're even saying that, right? Because they're not like literally right next to each other. So if they're speaking loud enough for each other to hear, and it does look like it's depicted as a little bit of a difference in their like distance, right? So if they're speaking loud enough for each other to hear, they're talking pretty loud, dude. Because I remember you kind of snuck in there that they're using their inside voices, which I completely disagree with. If they're talking to each other, like, whatever, 20 feet apart, just using that as an example, if they're talking 20 feet apart and they expect each other to hear, they have to be talking pretty loud, which would stand to reason it would make it more likely for other people to hear as well.
That's not that is not how it works, buddy. I don't know if you ever been inside an arena before. If you ever been inside like an arena or just like or like a stadium, yeah, that's literally not how it works. And then to even say and then to even use like the example, it was just like, oh yeah, it's like magic that changed the magic that can alter reality or like whatnot. That does not inherently prove that no one else can hear them. That is not inherently prove that
It
that
doesn't
everyone else in
prove.
the arena that it.
Well, I'm
No,
not
it
saying
doesn't prove your
everyone.
point of
Well,
what you're saying.
hold on, because you're
No,
straw
no, no,
manning. Hold
no,
on, yeah, you are.
no,
You're
no.
straw
I'm
manning
not
me.
straw manning because
Yeah,
you're not
you
letting me
said
finish. You're not letting me finish because like you specifically said, like the people that are on the bottom floor, like people that are on the bottom floor, will more likely hear it. Yes or no? Did you yes or no? Did you say that the people on the bottom floor can basically hear what they're saying?
I
That's
said
what you
that people
said.
on the bottom floor are more likely to hear what they're saying than people at the top.
More
Yes.
likely to hear, see, which is I did not straw man because I'm going based off of what you said with that.
Well,
That's
this
what I'm
time
using.
when you said what I said this
No,
time, you
I'm
got it
using
right.
what
The
you're saying.
last time you said something
I
subtly
didn't.
different, but I think that subtlety
Nah,
matters.
I did not say anything subtly different. So now I'm going to be getting this to which of what you're saying of like the distance because you like again he's again you said like 20 feet, which is something that you're gonna have to prove because you can't just be like, oh yeah, this is just like, oh, it looks like 20 feet, so it is 20
Well, I
feet.
wasn't being literal, obviously, right? I
No,
just said,
no,
look at
see,
them. They're
not
obviously
being
not face to
literal,
face. Here, yeah,
not
yeah.
being
Look.
literal, not being
They're
literal,
not
but
face to
you're
face.
saying that.
Well, hold on. Yeah,
So you're trying to
they're
use that
not face to
as
face. Well, hold on. They're not face to face. As a matter of fact, in the manga panel, it shows that they're like edited closer together, right? You see them in the top left of the panel, and you see that there's a gap. And then when they're face to face, quote unquote, you can see it's actually two different manga perspectives sort of stitched together to make it seem like they're closer. And actually, we do get a wide shot. Hold on, I think that let me open this up
And
in my
guess what?
browser.
And guess what, CoolGeek? You're wrong. You're wrong again because guess what? That's not the start of the fight. That wasn't the start of the fight, man. That wasn't the start of the fight. That they've been fighting. They've been fighting for a bit.
Sure, let me see. Which one is the start of the fight? Can you, I don't know, tag it
I
or
I
re-show it? Let me see.
I have to drop. I have to drop that. See?
Yeah, I mean, it is your scans?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah.
Yeah, but you're saying this is like based upon like this, but based upon this, and what you're saying, this is the start of the fight. So this distance is what they're using.
Okay, where did they start? Okay, you can show that because what I'm saying, all I'm saying, right, and the fact that they do converse at numerous different points, people within this time frame could just believe what she said to be true, right, during any of this time frame. So if anything, that's just a bigger preponderance that she's talking for longer. The longer she talks with good social influencing, the more likely 1 out of 10,000 or whatever people, like there's so many people that they have a wide frame. The one that you circled with like blue where you showed like the screaming symbols, literally in.
That's towards the end of the
Sure,
fight.
no, sure. That doesn't really matter though, because all I'm saying is there's
Yeah, it
so many
does.
people in the arena that they're drawn as specs. So unless you unless you think there's like I don't know, like thousands of less people earlier on in the arena or something, like unless you
That
think that, is that
that
what you
doesn't help
think?
your point.
Sure, it does.
That
Yeah, it
that,
does. Sure, because what
that
I'm
doesn't really
saying,
help your
sure,
point at
because I'm
all.
making an
It
argument
doesn't.
from probability, okay? I'm saying that with tens of thousands of people within an arena, and they can all use magic that is so insanely potent that they could literally change aspects of reality, that it's not at all a reach that one of them could have a hacks that, oh yeah, allows them to hear pretty good, especially
You
someone at the
have to
bottom,
prove that, man.
double especially, double
You have to.
especially.
You have to
Well, hold
prove
on. Do you know
that.
what an argument from probability is?
Dude, you have to prove that. You can't
Wait, do you
just
know what an
you can't
argument
just be
from
like it's like
probability
oh yeah,
is?
hang on. You can't just be like you can't just be like oh it's like it's like they have this
Well,
type
wait,
of
hold on, hold on.
magic.
You wanted me
They
to
have
answer
this
your
type of
question,
magic, so
yes or no? Can you answer my question, yes or
someone is
no,
bound to hear it.
please?
No, okay, okay. Just to help your plead. No, let's say no for an example. No,
Okay. So, okay, that's fine. So you don't know what an appeal to probability is. Okay, that's fine. So an appeal to probability, or an argument from probability, is me saying that okay, there's two outcomes, right? Or potentially more than two, but just let's use two as an example. So there are more than one outcome, and what outcome is more probable? That's the one we're gonna go with, right? And the more number of people it is in a given area, the more likely it is that someone heard something. That is, for example, when we look at murder cases or crimes, right? When we look at crimes, we say, okay, were there people around? Right? It's like, okay, well, why does that matter? It's like, okay, it matters because the more people are around, the more likely someone is to hear something, see something, whatever, something like that, right? So the more people there are, the more likely it is that someone, especially on the bottom row, can hear something, right? So I'm saying it's more probable that someone did hear something just based off of the sheer number of people with these insane haxes.
you done?
Yes.
That is 100% a presupposition, man. That is a presupposition. All
is?
because they have this magic. All because they have this magic does not inherently mean that they can hear it. That is nowhere near. You have to prove within the verse that this type of magic can let those people hear. Even if you were to bring up that what you just said, you have to
Okay,
prove
wait,
that.
I got you. Here. Your character allows any lie to be true, correct?
You know, whatever she says, whatever she
Yeah,
says,
whatever she says.
not
Yeah,
law,
whatever she says. Correct?
whatever she
Yeah, whatever
says.
she says, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So if she says, I can hear everyone, I can hear what they're saying. Can
But
she
she
not
didn't
hear
say
what
that.
they're
But
saying?
she didn't say that.
No, no.
She did not say that.
But
She
if
didn't say
she
that.
did,
So
but if
so you
she
can't
did,
say
she
that.
would be able to, right? No, no.
But
But if she
you
did,
can't say
but
that.
wait.
No.
Hold on. But if she did, would she be able to?
No.
No. So she can't make anything she says that's a lie true.
That is just like a giant presupposition on your part. You
What
cannot
is?
just say you cannot just say it's like you cannot just use that as you cannot just use that as an example and just be like oh it's like oh yeah it's like oh yeah everyone can hear this, like everyone on the
That's not what
bottom
I said,
row,
bro. You're strawmanning again, dude. You're strawmanning again.
everyone
I
on the
didn't say
bottom
that.
row.
I didn't say everyone.
I just
didn't even say
corrected
everyone
myself.
on the
I
bottom
just
row. I
corrected
didn't even say
myself.
that.
I just
Yeah, and you
literally
corrected
just
yourself
corrected
wrong.
myself. I just really just corrected myself. You know what?
Yeah, but you said
Let's move this point on to judges. Move this point on to the judges because we're not going nowhere with this.
sure.
We are not going nowhere with this.
Okay. All right. So my next point is going to be about the social influencing being 100%. That is what you said, right? That she could she could social influence Sasuke. You made that claim, correct?
With what? And I provided evidence with it.
And which piece of evidence was that? I'm a little rusty on that.
If you scroll up, if you scroll up to when she was talking to Cleopatra.
Sorry, I don't really know the names of these people. Is it at the very beginning?
Let's see. Yes,
Okay.
at 4:33.
Okay. Okay, wait. 4:33. That'd be like 1:33 for me. Okay. Got it. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Now tell me. Okay. So she's saying, yeah, she's telling her, and then she's convincing her. Let's see. Cleopatra. So you okay? So you said she social influenced Cleopatra. Wait, isn't that the same person you said didn't think that she was gonna win the fight?
That's not what.
All
All
right.
right.
Deep
Listen.
breaths. You don't have to like.
Listen.
I'm just
Listen to what
clarifying.
I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. So at the start. So at the start, this is when this happened. All right.
Okay.
All right. So at the start of the fight, she said I'm going to win this. I'm going to win this fight 100%. All right.
Yeah.
So then after that, that's when they actually start fighting, and then Cleopatra is basically they're fighting each other, and then basically that's when Cleopatra was able to touch her and then use her magic on her, and then that's basically when it shifted. That's basically when it ended up shifting. Was basically was like, oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, yeah, you're not going to win 100%. But then after that, then that will go back to the first point, which we left to the judges, which was basically like the whole ideal of her using her truth manip on her own. I mean, not on her own, but on herself.
Okay. So I think
So you have to
that
prove like yourself. So you have to prove that Sasuke would not be affected by this, or would just straight up just be like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work, or
yeah,
just
I
look
got
at
you.
her and just look at her and just be like, bitch, just be like, bitch, what you talking about?
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it. So the argument I'm gonna make from here is that in Naruto, it was shown from basically like what was that chapter like 6 or something like that, that deception is one of the ultimate or not even ultimate like foundational traits of a shinobi, and that shinobi have to be able to see through deception. So yeah, he should be able to get past just getting like rhetoric.
Yeah, but then I'll go back to the first point of what's left to the judges, which will basically be upon her own confidence. But can you like show those scans?
Yeah, I got you. Find it real quick.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the chapter right now.
It's like and I don't know what you're more likely talking about is when they were doing the bell training.
Yeah, exactly.
And through deception, if I recall, not making a claim, if I'm recalling, that was via genjutsu.
Yeah, so it is, comma, but it is also noteworthy that there were other deceptions as well. There was genjutsu. There was literally when the like the I believe it's called a snare trap where they do like the rope in a circle and it like catches your leg.
Yeah.
It was also that as well. I believe Kakashi told Naruto in context of the snare, and Kakashi told Sakura in context of genjutsu.
I'm just trying to. You can post those scans, but then I'll ask my question like when you're
Okay,
done posting those.
for sure.
Rocky start, but fun debate so far.
Yup, big facts. Let's see. Mm, here it is. Yeah, Kakashi says, Shinobi read the hidden meanings within the hidden meanings. So I believe this is broad enough to cover pretty much everything at the same time. And Sasuke being the top of the class to where like because Kakashi's basically like, yeah, you're like retarded, Naruto, what's wrong with you? And Sasuke being the prodigy of the Uchiha clan should have this baked in, as well as the fact that he was the only one that didn't caught in any traps, didn't get snared, didn't get genjutsu'd, any of that. Even like in base, no Sharingan, anything like that, he was still the one that didn't get caught in any deceptions at all, including, as a matter of fact, when Kakashi, and I could probably go grab the scan as well for this if you care about it, but later on when Sasuke is talking to Naruto and Sakura after they didn't get the bells, or sorry, no, when Sasuke is talking to Sakura and Naruto about the bell test, and he says, yeah, we have to feed Naruto, even though Kakashi said not to, which actually was the hidden meaning of the bell test, not just, oh yeah, two people get a bell. So Sasuke was, even no Sharingan, even like, episode, what was that, like 7, or sorry, not episode, chapter 7, 8, give or take in the manga, even that early, he was able to see through, minor social influencing, even way back then. Hmm.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wait. I was waiting until you were done. Okay, so let's see. So why would this equivalent to like speaking?
Sure. So the general, it's essentially a rule of thumb, right? It is a principle, right? It's similar to when you are teaching someone striking, right? And you say, don't overextend yourself ever, right? And it's like, okay, cool. That would extend to boxing, right? Punches, right? It would extend to all of the punches. Well, unless your name is Drickus, but we move. So, it would extend to all of the punches. It would extend to kicks as well. Don't overextend your body. Don't get off balance. These things. It's sort of a general guide, right? So in this context, it would apply to everything, especially in the world of ninjas. Like, their base thing is, just if I tell you something, you look the other way, I can dip, right? The me and also like Pain, right? Think of Shippuden, right? When Pain says if, you know, Jiraiya knew what my moves were, I would have lost, right? There are battles within Naruto that hinge on these very small things to where if you lie to someone, that can be an insane advantage, right? So the fact that Sasuke would be able to see through these deceptions, even just verbal ones, right? That would be a core fundamental aspect of not getting fooled as a ninja.
Hmm. Let's hang on. Hang on real quick. I had a text from my girlfriend. Hmm. Let's see. So like, so basically, what you're saying is that if Himiko just feels like, yeah, I'm gonna win this battle like 100%, and Sasuke is just gonna be like cool, whatever.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, yeah, okay, retard, and then he's gonna like continue fighting and pay that no mind.
All right, so then that would just go back to the first point. See, as I mean that would just go back to the first point because it really doesn't matter if Sasuke doesn't believe because as long as Himiko believes, then that's all that really what matters.
Sure. Okay. And okay, so I did have one other thing that I wanted to bring up. I thought of this kind of a little after, but you know,
Was it the first point? Is it going for the first point or is it just like this point right now?
it's a little bit of both. This is kind of a
Eh,
fail-safe argument. It's a little bit of a fail-safe argument that if this ability gets off somehow, that it won't matter regardless.
I mean, no. If it's for the first part, I would say that it wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think you could, because if it's dealing PvP, because then I will have to end up saying something for that, and then end up making also another counter for that, which is just gonna lead into you not even getting off a win con at all.
Not necessarily, right? Because if we talk about again, it's not whether or not or sorry, it's not about the baseline functionality of the technique is what I'm sort of calling into what I was calling into question before was the baseline sort of functionality of the ability. Right now, what I'm about to say is that even if I were to steel man that, or if you were to win that last point, even then the hacks doesn't work. Even if the baseline nature of the ability you said was correct, even if that is the case, which I'm not agreeing to that being the case, but even if it was, it still wouldn't work. This ability as a whole wouldn't work, right? Because I never gave anything like that before. That wasn't part of the initial point, but it's sort of related, if that makes sense.
Is it basically okay? So is it a counter to what I'm saying, to what that point is, or is it like another hacks that your character can use that
Yeah,
can
it's
like prevent this from happening?
yeah, it's a hacks, yeah.
You can go ahead with it.
Sure, okay. So, do you know what Izanagi is?
Izanagi, brother, dear God, no. Izanagi, brother, dear God, isn't that what if I recall that's not Sasuke, but that is whatchamacallit. That is Itachi. That's like Itachi's and like Shishui's technique.
No, no, you're thinking of Koto Matsukame.
Go ahead with it. Go ahead and explain.
Sure. So Izanagi is the Uchiha clan's ability to, it's literally subjective reality manipulation. It's to turn reality into fiction, right? It can rewrite abilities. This is actually what Danzo used against Sasuke in Shippuden when Sasuke kept popping him like a grape and he kept respawning, right? Now, the way Izanagi works is literally just what I said. It's rewriting something that happened as fiction. So, say there's the, oh yeah, I'm going to win 100%. Okay, cool. Let's say it does get off somehow. Sasuke could rewrite those events as fiction and just sort of respawn essentially. So the hacks in this hypothetical would go off. Sasuke would rewrite it as fiction. It would be like nothing ever happened, and then Sasuke could do whatever his ability is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you prove that Kid Sasuke can do this?
Sure. Yeah. Got you. Yeah, let me go back. Was it this one? Okay, it was not that scan. Let me see. Let's see. Sorry, it's not the scan I was looking for. I think. Okay, whatever. I think I'm gonna have to go back to the site because I could have sworn I saved it, but no problemo. Hold up. See. All right, let me try to find this.
You know what I fucking hate? Niggas. You know what I fucking hate? Niggas.
Oh, I was looking in the wrong section. There's the scan. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. So it was stated in the first data book that Sasuke got access to both of the Sharingan's eye categories, those being the Eye of Insight and the Eye of Hypnotism. Plus, it's also shown later on in the Final Valley when Sasuke is fighting Naruto that he has the 3 Tomoe Sharingan, which is the fully evolved base Sharingan, which allows him to use Izanagi, right? Izanagi is just a base Sharingan ability, so him having the fully evolved base Sharingan for sure means he has it.
All right. So why wasn't this never mentioned in part one? In part one, Naruto or Sasuke has never even done this ability before. When he could have had, and when, let's say for an example, if he did quote unquote have this ability, why didn't he use this ability on Naruto? On Naruto on Valley of the End, or any other of his opponents, or even fighting, wait, no, never mind, because he didn't have the 3 Tomi Sharingan of. But like, why didn't he use this against Naruto then? If he had like the full abilities of the Sharingan, and why did he like almost lose that fight with Naruto and Val in the end if he had this and could have
Sure.
like negged Naruto easily?
Sure, there's a couple of reasons. One is the fact that Sasuke is really prideful, right? So, for example, right, he has access to the Eye of Hypnotism, right? So that means he can use Genjutsu, right? But he didn't try to Genjutsu Naruto. Why? Because when he fought Naruto, he could have literally just ran away and Naruto probably would have never caught up to him. But the entire reason he fought Naruto from like a narrative perspective is he previously was extremely angry when they fought on the water tower because he thought Naruto was physically superior to him, right? So he wanted to win physically against Naruto, right? So it would have been cheap and wouldn't have been good for his character development versus Naruto to use. Plus, let's be real, he didn't need to. Like, there was never a moment for real when he was like, okay, I have to use this, right? It was, yeah, when he did go clash with Naruto, he won, so he didn't need to use it regardless. Plus, he's prideful.
All right, so let's read this. Let's read this. The Sharingan. His Sharingan, which suddenly awakens during fight and appears in both his eyes, and his ability of the Kekkei Genkai that must be feared, that that's it all owns also the ability of just copying eye jutsu, copying eye in sight of hypnotism. Sasuke obtained the Uchiha's blood, power of blood. So like this nowhere near entails that that he has like the full abilities of the Sharingan,
Well,
or
hold
like
on. It's
the
that
Kodokatsu
yeah,
Kami.
it's not Kodomatsukami. It's
I mean
Izanagi, but
the
I knew what you meant.
the easy Nagi.
Yeah. So
But you know
the
what? Let
thing that
me hang on
I'm
hang on
using
real quick.
this. Okay. Do you wait? Do you
How do you
disagree
spell
with the fact that he
Izanagi
has?
real quick?
Let's see. I don't know, man. Hold on. let me see. Hold on.
Hang on.
Izanagi.
Izaa.
No. Only one A. Izanagi.
Okay, yeah. N
Yeah.
A G I. Okay,
But
let's
also, it's
see.
that
Hang on.
it's that scan that says he has the Eye of Insight and Hypnotism because all of the Sharingan's abilities fall into those two categories. It's that combined with the fact that in the Valley of the End he has the 3 Tomoe Sharingan. It's the combination of those two things. And if you, I mean, you already kind of said he had the 3 Tomoe at the Valley of the End, but if you want me to show that scan, I can.
I mean, it's kind of obvious that he had the 3, but
Right. Okay.
okay. So let's do this. Do that. Okay. So then we'll get this. Okay, and I think we'll screenshot. Come on. Come on. Okay, I think my phone just froze. Come on, my phone just froze on me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right, come on. Why is I can't fucking scroll? Oops. Gosh dang it. Oh my, what? I did not click on that, you son of a bitch. Okay, let me click on that. Thank you, phone. Hmm. Copy this. Just in case. Bring that down here. All right. Okay, here we go. Do that. Do that. Put it back over here. If my phone will allow me. Alright, so like the easy Nagi, not the Kodoka, not the Koratsu Kami, because I always get those two mixed up. Alright. Even with you saying that Kid Sasuke would have this wasn't like that ability wasn't even a concept yet until volume 51 chapter 476 of Naruto. So to say that like Sasuke like has this ability when he has the 3 Tomoe Sharingan, yeah, that's not, yeah, he doesn't have that.
Wait,
Also
what?
too as well,
Mm-hmm.
my
Sorry,
phone
continue.
will scroll up, and then also too as well is like Sasuke. Let me get the scans for this too as well. So actually show like the actual known. No. In that same user, the same like scan. It also shows like the. I think it shows like the only known users who actually use this and actually have this ability, and Sasuke is not one of them.
Okay. All right, let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
Okay, so let me see if I get this right. So one, you're saying it wasn't shown, so it wasn't shown until the chapter that it was debuted, therefore it doesn't exist in part 1. And the other argument was that what was the other argument? Sorry.
That Sasuke is not a known user of it.
Oh yes, Sasuke wasn't a known user, not a known user. Okay. cool. So let's go the wasn't okay. Let's do the not a known user one first because I think that's really funny. So one, the fact that it's not shown as like a known user on like Narutopedia is like fine. That's not like a Kishimoto like approved source to my knowledge or like anything like that.
This
And here's the
dog.
thing. Here's the
This
thing.
dog.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When it comes to known users, what does it even mean by no user? 'Cause I don't appeal to like like fandom wikis, bro. But like,
Oh my god! Oh my.
I mean, okay, you're the one appealing to fandom wikis. Why is your fandom wiki like valid?
Oh my.
Because hold on, wait. Because do
Oh
you
my
mean to
God.
tell me you don't think Shippuden Sasuke could use Izanagi either?
This is not Shippuden. This is not
No,
Shippuden.
no, no,
We're
no.
talking
You
about
don't
Kid
understand. You don't
Sasuke.
understand the argument. You don't understand the argument. You say that Sasuke, period, is not listed as a known user. That would mean that this would also exclude Shippuden Sasuke, even though he
Oh
should
my, here we
definitely have
go.
it. What do you mean here we? Yeah, here we go with the logical arguments. Yeah.
Oh my god, bringing up Shippuden Sasuke is like irrelevant to this.
Is it more irrelevant than bringing up the fandom wiki?
Oh, which actually talks about like how Izanagi like were in it actually talks about like when it actually like debuted. And compared to you trying to say was like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, Kid Sasuke should have all these abilities. He has all this Sharingan. He has like three Tomoe Sharingan has all these abilities. So he inherently has this ability.
Okay, so if there's an ability that's shown in a series and it's slightly ambiguous with what that ability can do, and then later on in said series, it's fleshed out what that ability can actually do, why are we supposed to ignore the context that is provided later in reference to the earlier characters?
Let me get this real quick. Let's see. Okay. Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, sure. So if we're shown in a series that there's a character with an ability, and later on that ability is fleshed out more to have abilities that we didn't know it had previously, why are we now supposed to ignore the context given later on in a series in reference to earlier characters? Why do we have to ignore that context?
You see, Sasuke has never shown to even use it before.
But I already explained why, and actually I could give more reasons. Do you want another reason why he didn't use it?
You know what? Oh, okay. So for the Izanagi, let's say for those. Okay. So let's just say in general for like the Izanagi. Okay. So like for you to be able to use the Izanagi, do you just need a three Tomoe Sharingan just to use it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Can you prove that?
Sure.
Like verbatim, like a three Tomoe Sharingan, like is able to use Izanagi.
Sure. Actually, it's kind of funny. I already have one of the scans prepped. Hold up. When Donzo
Not
uses
like
it,
an M.
yeah, when Donzo uses it, he uses the Sharingan that are implanted in his arm that don't have MS to use Izanagi.
So let's see.
And I can get more scans of like when he's using it as well, if you want.
Yeah.
Bet. Okay, hold up. Here it is. He uses Izanagi, and you can see the eye on his arm that he uses Izanagi on is a three Tomoe. Like all of the ones on his arm are just three Tomoe. And then when he uses Izanagi, it closes on his arm. Which is a side effect, by the way, which is another reason why Sasuke wouldn't have used it as a kid, is he was literally like his entire goal in life was to get more powerful to fight Itachi, And in order to beat Naruto, he didn't need to use this ability that would cost him an eye, which, as we see right here, is literally what happens when you use Izanagi afterward. You like lose access to one of your Sharingan.
Okay. Okay. So why would this? Okay. 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 So for one. Okay. So for only one. So for Sasuke. So for Sasuke. So like he wouldn't use this in the Valley at the end. And then so like why would this inherently mean all because you have a three
A three Tomoe
yeah
Sharingan that you can use this
uh,
ability. Because there's
yes
no added
inherently
context for
and
Danzo that would allow him to use it. All we know about Danzo is he has a three Tomoe Sharingan and he can
but
use
isn't he like a
Izanagi.
farly skilled? But when you say that, that he's like a far skilled ninja than Sasuke, and then also too as well. It's like I said. It's like I said again. There's even like even sources.
Mhm.
There's even like sources that is within the wiki too as well that even like brings it up. You know what? Let's
Well,
get
I don't
the
think the
let's
wiki's
do
valid. Can you
this.
prove the wiki's valid, first of all? And second of all, in
Okay.
terms
Okay.
of
No. I'll
two
prove
points
it.
is too
Okay.
much, okay,
Okay.
bet.
Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Naruto chapter. Okay. Naruto chapter 4. Hang on. Naruto chapter 476, the debut of the Izanagi. Is that true or not?
Hold on. So I think you misinterpreted what I said, right? When I'm
No,
saying, can
no,
you wait?
no,
Yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah. Wait,
no, no, no.
wait, 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 wait.
I'm
Hold on,
proving
hold on,
that wiki is a reliable source.
hold on. When I'm saying
I'm
prove
proving
the
the
wiki is valid, right? I'm saying that as a universal claim. Just because it's right sometimes doesn't mean that you should appeal to it all the time. Otherwise, I would be equally as valid as the wiki because I was also right about some of my Naruto claims.
Not real. No, I'm talking about. I'm not really, but let me continue. So basically, like the debut of this happening, is correct, right?
What chapter did it say?
It said. It said. Let's see. I think it said chapter 476.
476. I do believe that was the debut of it.
All right. Okay. So hang on. Let me go pull up a Naruto manga real quick, or someone can drop that link because my phone's going extra slow. Naruto. Come on.
But okay, can you at least get
Chapter.
me on the track of what you're trying to argue? Are you making an inductive argument, a deductive argument? What are you saying?
No, you can hang on. You can
Okay.
wait.
I'm just letting you know, like, somebody is echoing like really badly.
I don't know who's echoing.
I don't know. I'm just letting you guys know.
I think it's Kurai.
I mean,
Probably.
do you hear me echoing?
Yes.
No, I'm talking about CoolGeek. Do you hear me echoing?
So it's not that when you speak there's an echo, but whenever any of us speak, we bounce off. But it just started like a minute ago. It wasn't that long ago.
Hang on, I'm trying to like get this scan, but ads keep on playing up on the screen.
And by the way, when I was asking you for at least the direction that you're going, one of the reasons why was because I might steel man it.
On stupid phone. Why does it keep on fucking going back to the first page of the chapter when I'm scrolling? get this. This. Hang on 1 second, just trying to find the scan.
Okay. Holy crap, the gap between MS and normal Sharingan is crazy.
Okay, why does this thing keep on, like, when I'm scrolling through and I click on something, it bounces me back up to the first chapter? Going through this whole entire thing. Come on, don't fucking repeat. Come on. There we go. Just trying to load all these freaking scans. Ah! Hang on. This thing keeps on, like, every time I want to, like, download something, it, like, bounces me up to the first chapter.
Okay.
Ugh, come on, you son of a. Oh, yeah, I'm just I'm screenshotting this stuff.
Okay.
Is my screenshot gonna even work? Ugh, fucking. Okay, we're almost there. Yeah, come on. All right, here we go. Come on, go back. Come on, stupid phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, come up. Just one back. There we go. All right, so
By the way, do you want
So
the
you're saying-
scan of what Izanagi like does literally, or 'cause I know
no,
you know what
I
it is.
already no, I already know what it is.
Okay.
I just had to get this stuff.
All right, bet.
All right. So okay. So you're basically saying that Sasuke had this Sasuke had this when he had his 3 Tomoe Sharingan, right?
Yep.
All right. So from these scans that I'm about to post, if Sasuke like knew about this and knew about the abilities, then why is it that Kage Summit, I think it's Kage Summit or whatever, didn't know? It's like didn't know what Danzo was doing. He didn't know what Danzo was doing, or even how to deal with these abilities.
Well, hold on. So
Which not even knowing how to deal with this, so which means he doesn't, so which means he never even had it in the first place.
not the case. So it's never stated that he doesn't know what the ability is. It is the case that he didn't know how to deal with it, but just because you don't know how to counter your own ability doesn't mean you have it. Or sorry, doesn't mean you don't have it.
All right. All right. So okay now. Okay now, geek. Listen. So okay then. Okay then. So then, let's even say like because even though like Kid Sasuke has never shown to have this ability, then even with that description, it's not saying like of him having the full abilities. It doesn't even say that he has the full abilities of every ability that the 3 Tomoe Sharingan will have. But even though from what I have shown, he doesn't even know what the Izanagi is, and he doesn't even know how to even deal with it in the first place. Because and that's why during this whole entire thing, he's literally like struggling. He's literally like struggling like this whole entire time of how to even deal with Danzo.
Okay, so I disagree, but before I pop off, can you mute while I speak and I'll like tell you when I'm done?
All right, you can go.
All right, thank you. So when it comes to Dazo, sorry, I like messed up because I heard my echo. That's why I was telling you to mute, not because I thought you would interrupt.
Yeah. Hang on, let me just do this.
Okay. Yeah, so the issue when it comes to Sasuke not knowing is it's just never stated that he didn't know. The part about him not knowing how to deal with it, if I learn a guillotine choke, right, in jujitsu class, and the instructor doesn't teach me the defense to it, right, that doesn't mean that I don't know the guillotine. Like, just because I get submitted with a guillotine choke in the same practice, that doesn't mean that I don't have said choke. There's a bunch of examples, especially IRL, when someone has a signature move and someone literally tags them with their own signature move. Like, that happens all the time. As a matter of fact, I think Drickus like used the question mark kick on Izzy, which is one of the things he's famous for. So there's numerous examples of people not being able to counter moves that they have. So yeah, that's basically the argument.
Is that it?
Yeah, at least for now.
Okay. So the whole point that you just brought up is really just irrelevant because at this point we are talking about we are talking about like Kid Sasuke, and then even know that there is a humongous skill difference. There's a humongous skill difference between Kid Sasuke and Danzo. And then for Danzo to able to use Izanagi like this, he's a far more skilled ninja than Sasuke is. So at this point, you have to kind of prove that Sasuke can actually use the Sharingan. Like he is skilled enough to use the Sharingan to able to use these type of abilities at his level as a kid.
Okay. Sorry, can you mute again?
Oh yeah, hang on.
Cool. Okay, so when it comes to the skill discrepancy, I actually don't know that I think Danzo's more skilled than Sasuke, especially in Sharingan related things. Danzo's a weird character. He's kind of like if you take a level 1 character and give them cheat codes. He's not necessarily insanely skilled, but he has like Oh yeah, Itachi kills the Uchiha clan. Okay, Danzo takes their corpses and like steals their Sharingan, right? And it is also a precedent in the series that non-native Sharingan users are worse. And then you'd say, well, he doesn't seem to be that much worse. But it's like, okay, well, he has like Hashirama cells in his arm. That doesn't mean that he's for some reason more skilled on a like a technical level than Sasuke is, right? So I definitely don't think that. And then when it comes to Sasuke, the 3 Tomoe is supposed to be the final boss version of the base Sharingan, like pre-MS. So there's no specific criteria. And as a matter of fact, the Brendan proof should be on you to prove that there is some extra non-stated criteria to be able to use Izanagi over just having the fully evolved Sharingan, right? That's just never stated. You'd have to prove that that's the case. Okay, I'm done.
All right. No. All right. So for the whole entire like Izanagi point with Danzo and Sasuke, we're gonna tackle that on first. Okay. Okay. So like for the clear skill difference, there is a like I said Sasuke is a call it a Genin or Junin? No, a Genin. That's like the first like no, that's like the first like level I think if I recall. That's like that's
Yeah.
like after like yeah okay so then you have Danzo who's a far superior skilled ninja who's a far superior skilled ninja who's been around for years and then he even has multiple eyes on him. So he even has multiple eyes on him of like of three of Otomi of three Tomy whatever base, 3 eyes, whatever you want to call it. Well, I don't want to like mess up the name and then let yeah. So basically he has multiple of these eyes on him. So it's even shown that he is like using these eyes multiple times to use Izanagi. So he is skilled enough to use these eyes multiple times in this fight against a Sasuke as a teenager who is farly more skilled in using his Sharingan than Kid Sasuke. And then that's for that point. And then for what did you said before? Like the claim whatever thing?
Hold on one second. Use more eyes. Sorry. So yeah, the one of the things I said was that if you're not a native Sharingan user, that it is generally harder to use the Sharingan abilities than if you're just a natural Uchiha. That's one of the reasons why Sasuke was Orochimaru's target and not Kakashi, even as a kid.
Let's see. Let me get this too as well. Come on. Do this. Do that. Hopefully.
Also, do you mind if I tackle the 2 arguments you presented while you get the scans?
What? Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, can you mute while I do that?
Hang on.
Okay.
Let me go back. Discord. Come on. Come on. Oh my freaking gosh. What's my phone doing? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just my phone's acting up.
Okay. So the first point was that Sasuke is a Genin and Danzo is much higher ranked as a ninja, therefore he's more skilled. Now, that may make sense if you take that in a vacuum, but you have to realize that Rock Lee was stated to be the greatest taijutsu user, at least apart from Guy himself. And some stuff may even say that Lee did have better taijutsu skills, not stats and holistically. He's not the holistically better taijutsu user, but he is better skill wise, or at least in the same order of magnitude as Guy, and he's the Guinean, right? He has the probably second best taijutsu in the entire series, arguably until Sasuke copies it, or not even arguably, it's until Sasuke copies it with his Sharingan. He has like top 3 taijutsu, in the series until that point, including the Jonin, as well as the fact that we have Sasuke beating up base Gaara and Lee, actually. Lee almost killed Gaara twice, one in the first gate, one in the fifth gate. And Gaara, even though he was technically a Guinean, Gaara was the ultimate weapon of the Sand Village. Bro was a Kage level threat. The only guy that would stop Gaara was Rasa with his gold dust, which might unironically just be hacks. Like, you could make a pretty, and I'm not going to say that it was just hacks, but you could argue that, but disregarding that, Gaara being the ultimate weapon of the sand, second only to the literal Kage of the village. And here comes Sasuke, putting the hands on Gaara, and then later on, putting the hands on the Naruto that destroyed Gaara bad. Like Sasuke base to base beat the bricks off of Naruto, right? The same Naruto that was beating the bricks off of Gaara, right? So it doesn't really make sense for you to use the ranking system. Like, if we're using the ranking system, Naruto was a Guinean when he was fighting Madara Uchiha, when he had Sage of the Six Paths abilities, right? Like, literally, the rankings are so irrelevant in terms of strength that when Naruto says, I want to be the Hokage in the war, Kakashi literally says, Naruto, you've already far surpassed any of the Hokage in history. What could your goals possibly be now? Right? So using the ranking system is really weird and maybe a bit dishonest. I'm not going to claim you're being dishonest, but it feels that way. And then the more skilled because he used more eyes argument, I don't know where you would get the claim that he has to be more skilled to use more eyes. I don't even get the correlation there. There's no statement like that in the series at all, unless you can maybe show me one. Other than that, yeah, I don't know why more eyes would be more skilled. Like you said, he's dealing with the later version of Sasuke, I believe was also one of your sub points, but he was getting eviscerated by that Sasuke. It was really bad. Like, the fight was not close. I mean, look at the scan you posted. Sasuke with his Susanoo turned him into blood, bro. He literally turned him into blood. In the 4th scan you said, wait, no, sorry, I'm like miscounting. In the 6th scan you sent, he completely impales him. It's really bad. Like, the fight isn't close whatsoever. All right, and I'm done now.
All right, there we go. There we go. All right, let me see. Let me go back to this. All right. So let's see. Okay, let me see if I can get my scan. All right, so now we're gonna go back to here. All right, let's see if let's go back to the one scan I posted before. Did I post it? I thought I posted it. Hang on. All right, so so let's tackle this first. Dang it! I was trying to find like the guidebook, but it says like the Izanagi and the known users of the Izanagi of what it brings up. But I don't have like the actual like raw book of it. Or it wouldn't let me screenshot it.
Oh, real quick, can I say one other thing as well?
What's that?
Sure. So when it comes to known users could just be referring to everyone who's been known to have used it before, not necessarily anyone who can use it.
But you still haven't inherently proved that Kid Sasuke can do it. But
Well, yeah, I gave a preponderance.
no, not really. All because it's just like all because Sasuke has like a three Tomori Sharingan and then has not even used it before, does not even closely suggest that he can actually use it. And then plus two, even if we were to grant you this, Sasuke would just immediately just go blind either way.
Well, in one eye.
Can you prove? Can you show like in character? Kid Sasuke specifically in character will only suggest to use one eye if he were to use this.
Well, it is a one eye based ability. Like, look at just when
But why would
Donzo uses it,
Sasuke
it's only one
uses
eye.
it? But why would like Kid Sasuke like know this or actually like know this ability like even exist?
The Sharingan abilities are in two. Sorry, can you hear me real quick?
Hang on, let me just grab this scan real quick before I actually do that.
Okay.
But also too, I would like to say too as well. It was just like it's like as soon as like Donzo took off the slaves, then that's when Sasuke started getting the work in. At first like Sasuke was was literally like putting the brakes off of him. But then later on, after he kept on using the Izanagi, he had to get helped from Obito too as well. And then even I think in the anime too as well from Karen too as well. He had to get help from her too as well because
So,
we all know that this was like one of the many cases of Sasuke's plot armor kicking in. Okay, let me just. Where is that? Oh God. Goes this chapter. No, it wasn't. Come on. Give me a second.
okay.
A little bit later on before Sasuke started putting the hands on. I mean, after Sasuke started putting the hands on him. Oh, come on. That's the whole speech he was giving. Okay, here we go. Found it. Gosh, why isn't this not working? My phone kicked me out.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh. All right, my phone kicked me out. So my bad.
No, you're good. I didn't even notice. I was like reading the manga. Okay.
You can go on with your phone.
Okay, cool. So the things you were saying where I'll tackle them in order of like ease, I suppose. Karin, yeah, it's just never shown that Karin helps at all. At least not in the manga, maybe in the anime, but you'd need to prove that. For Obito didn't help Sasuke until it was not Sasuke, sorry, Donzo's suicide self-destruction technique to where he was gonna like seal him, but I don't really think that's necessarily skill based. And another thing to kind of set this in stone is the fact that Sasuke killed Donzo 13 times, right? Like, like a lot of this isn't hacks based. Like, it's like, oh, well, he was struggling when against Donzo after he started using Izanagi. Kinda like he was getting more tired because his Mangekyo Sharingan is, killing him and making him go blind over time, right? So it's like he's struggling more so with himself more so than Donzo. Like his MS is over time, like nerfing him in stamina and stuff like that. So I definitely think that's one of the major things to take into account, as well as, yeah, he literally killed him 13 times. I think that's another thing that's pretty important to note. And yeah, Obito didn't help into the last suicide move. And let's see, the other argument was, how do we know he knows how to use it? Because, well, oh yeah, so the sort of entailment of that was that we don't know if he knows how to use it specifically. It was some variation of that, plain and simple. The Sharingan is intuitive in nature. That is to say that its abilities aren't something that, oh yeah, let me go learn this. It's more so like, holy crap, I have this ability now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when Sasuke had the Sharingan, he was instantly able to, for example, read Haku's movements. He didn't have to train for that, right? It was just something that happened. And the fact that it was stated that he got access to the Eye of Insight at all, right? That's also intuitive. He didn't train to use the Eye of Insight before that because, well, he didn't have it, right? Or sorry, the Eye of Hypnotism, but both of them apply here. And when it comes to fleshing that out more as the series goes on, when Sasuke's Sharingan evolves from the 2 Tomoe to the 3 Tomoe, his precog evolves. He doesn't need to learn anything or do anything. It's the second his Sharingan evolved, like literally that chapter, his precog evolves and he goes from not being able to track Naruto's movements whatsoever to be able to read his movements, what was it, like 4 moves in advance. The exact number isn't important for this argument, but yeah, like the Sharingan is largely intuitive. You don't have to learn the abilities, you can just kind of do them.
Forgot for a second I was muted.
Understandable.
All right, so we'll do this. All right, so okay, so you're basically saying, okay, let's do this. Let me let me get myself properly set up for a moment. All right, so you're saying that kid Sasuke, quote unquote, is going to be using like Izanagi, but why
Yes.
though? Why though?
Sure.
What is gonna cause what is gonna cause Sasuke, like from the start of the fight, just to basically be like, oh yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, when Himiko says like I'm gonna win this battle, from the start. You're like, from the start. It's like, why would Sasuke specifically like use Izanagi at first?
Sure.
And
So there's a few things. One is the fact that he doesn't want to die in part 1. he has echoing in his mind that, the Itachi statement, cling to your pathetic life, right? And get stronger. Those are the orders from Itachi to kill him. In order to kill me, you must cling to your pathetic life and get stronger. So if it's, do or die, like sacrifice one eye or die, he wants to kill Itachi, right? He wants to get vengeance for his clan. That's his entire narrative is I have to live. That's the reason he, thought to run away versus Orochimaru. That's the reason why he told Naruto, like, hey, yo, grab Sakura and dip, protect Sakura. Like, we just gotta live, bro. Like, I don't know what to do. We just gotta live, right? That's a core part of Sasuke's narrative is clinging to his life to fight Itachi, especially with Final Valley Sasuke. He's literally about to go and, let some dude like groom him and like be a pedophile to him so that he can get power for his brother or, to kill his brother. So with Sasuke, it's anything goes. I'm going to betray my entire village, become a rogue shinobi, give my body to another man for power. So sacrificing one eye, if it's do or die, I think he would do it.
Okay. Okay, so now. Okay, so you're basically saying like, and correct me if I'm wrong. So that basically, like in this case, like even like Sasuke has never even met this witch before. It's just gonna be like, oh my gosh, like in this scenario, I can die at any moment, or this is a very strong opponent. This is a very strong opponent that that's gonna end up doing something that could possibly kill me. Correct? So basically, he's just gonna use
Sure.
the easy doggy at this point.
Sure. Okay. So does this character? I mean, she has some form of energy, right? I'm assuming she has good physical or spiritual or mental energy, some form of energy. If she has strong energy, this Sharingan allows you to see the flow of energy within a person, right? It allows you to see, energy, right? So if he sees your characters like, holy crap, yo, this person's like crazy. Like, I gotta prep for this. Like, I gotta make sure nothing goes wrong. Also, there's nothing to say that he can't use it on the fly either. So I think both of those are, valid.
All right. So like, and please, for the love of God, do not rat with this. But we all know, like, to use the Sharingan, like you have to, like it says, you have to activate it. You have to activate it. You have to activate it. But you start off with, like let's say Sasuke for an example. Like if you were to use like in Sasuke or Itachi, if he wants to use his Sharingan, he has to like activate it. He has to activate it, right?
That is the case, but if we're using standard battle assumptions, wouldn't it be the characters start off in their strongest forms, or is that not what we're agreeing to?
That's not what we're agreeing to. This is an ability that you actually have to use. It's an ability
Well,
it's a hack that she has to use.
well, hold on. When I specified which Sasuke I was going to be using, right, when it's like, oh yeah, CM2 Sasuke, when he's in CM2, his Sharingan was already out. But if we're not going off of that, then I just don't see why we wouldn't use standard battle assumptions. Isn't that the standard?
Okay. Okay. So basically, what you're saying is you're using Final Valley Sasuke. So you're not using base Sasuke. You're using Curse Mark II Sasuke.
Yeah, Curse Mark
Like
II. Like
fully.
literally when I gave my AP scaling, right? That should have been self-evident, right? When I gave my AP scaling, I was like, yeah, it's CM2 Sasuke in the Final Valley, and then I gave the chain scaling for how, not the the Gara to Naruto to base Sasuke to CM2 Sasuke, and we're using CM2 Sasuke, so I gave the calc for CM2 Sasuke, right? So it should be a given that we're using the strongest versions, especially considering that's just standard battle assumptions.
All right. So let's see. Okay. So what do I want to use? Hmm.
Oh, and do you mind if I give an offensive hacks real quick?
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So for my
2
offensive hacks,
hours.
I could not hear what you said, debater.
2 hours, and we're just getting to your win con. It's crazy work.
Yeah, we are. So when it comes to the offensive hacks I want to use, I'm just gonna go with Genjutsu. I'm gonna say that he had the Eye of Insight, which is literally I meant the Eye of Hypnotism. The Eye of Hypnotism gives you Genjutsu. It's stated in the data book entry, and so he had Genjutsu back then. And every time his Sharingan evolves, his techniques should evolve along with the Sharingan. This is shown as an example. I brought this up earlier, but when Sasuke's Sharingan went from 2 Tomoe to 3 Tomoe, his precog literally got like multiple steps better. So it should be layered Genjutsu as well. Should be a layer for each Tomoe at least. So yeah, 3 layers.
All right. All right. So all right. All right. So for this, you know what? We're gonna do multiple. We're gonna do multiple because because it's like because one of the abilities is passive. So let's see. So we'll start off with this. This if my phone will. Come on. Hold. Forward. Scan zone 1. Why isn't it not popping up? Hang on. I don't want to download all of this. There we go. There's one. Let's see, come on. We'll go to this one.
Sorry, I zoned out. Is that it?
No, there's more.
Okay, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what I have here. All right. So now let's go with this. Okay, so I have to explain this. So basically, all right. So basically, with the whole like mind hacks and all that, we have characters that are like Joan of Arc, who can fight Wu, who basically can do like basically like mind hacks, which is which is basically genjutsu. But then we also have but then this was like base by like base Joan of Arc, who was able to have this, who was able to like resist this and was able to basically say no to this, and basically like this is basically like a combination of like mind hacks and social influencing. Not like it's not like Himiko's, which is something that is completely different, which is something that's like completely different. And Joan of Arc was able to bypass this, and this was like even before that she found her desire, in which basically like desire is basically like the power system that's within the verse. But then even after finding her desire, the desire of infinity, which is basically which basically in short terms of what this means is basically like any desire that she has or that she wants, she can have. So even like Sasuke's desire, she can basically have like Sasuke's desire and what he truly wants, and that can like amp her abilities too as well. Let me post the scans for that. Let me put that in zone one. Then let's add more on top of this too as well. Then let's grab this too as well and drop that on there. All right, so that's the deal with the Genjutsu, but then we also have the Mona Lisa's ability, which is basically like the endless end, which is basically what this ability is basically is based upon your perception of how you view the Mona Lisa is what the Mona Lisa will be, and then she can create like infinite amount of clones of these. So basically, let's say for an example, if like you already said that that Sasuke will already view like like the witch to basically be like a very strong opponent, like like in this case scenario, like that he can die from her. So each of these clones, based upon his perception of what's been happening, will end up well, that's how Sasuke is going to end up viewing um the Mona Lisa, and then all those clones are basically going to be end up doing the same exact thing too as well. And then we can also add on top of this like the Mona Lisa can just say can just say it's like, oh yeah, like I have immortality. Oh, no hacks works on me. As like an example, like, but I'll bring up like the immortality point because that's what she actually done within the series, and then that was like implanted into the perception of Bonnie, who actually thought that all the clones did have immortality too as well. And then each of those clones, and since that was her perception of how she viewed the Mona Lisa, because she said that to her, and then that's how she ended up viewing the clones, which end up affecting like of how the clones came about. So let me get those scans too as well. If you need me to explain that more, I can.
Not yet. I need to tackle some of these claims. You made 4.
They're not claims if I actually proved it with evidence.
Well, a proven claim is still a claim, but we'll see if they're proven. So hold on. So let's see. So especially because the entailment of all of these isn't just the statement in a vacuum either. So let's see. You said the first thing was let's see. The resistance to mind hacks. So in base, one of the characters has resistance to mind hacks. That's fine. I can accept that. But I said layered mind hacks, so my hack still goes through. The can steal Sasuke's desire for an amp. I actually don't know about that. So can you go more in depth into that?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? You don't know about that?
I mean, I don't know how the ability works. What is it? That's not. I need more context.
Like,
Like, what does that
let's get
mean?
this.
Like, what does it mean to steal someone's desire? And it's an amp, but in what way? Is it an AP amp? Is it a speed amp? Is it like a hacks amp? Like I'm not sure what that entails.
Let's see. So basically, what it is, it's basically like a mixture. It's like a mixture of both. Well, since speed is equal here, so it's just no, it's not. It's basically like it could be like based upon like how can I word this properly? Because of like how it's basically like described within like the series. It's basically like she doesn't get like more of an amp, like an AP, but it's just more on the lines of now she just has like more access to more hexes.
Okay, so again, what would that entail specifically?
That
Like,
basically
sorry, continue.
all right, so let me get more scans of this too as well, so I can show you. Come on, phone. All right. So basically, what I mean by this, it's basically like with like the desire and all that. So basically, like let's say like like Sasuke. Sasuke is just like a little angered like emo guy, and basically she'll use like his desire for like vengeance to like killing like Itachi, like basically like against him, basically like fueling that rage that is within him to like basically like make his movements like not cordial. I think that's the correct word.
Okay, wait. So let me. Sorry, I think I was tracking, but I was also kind of zoned out a little bit. Not gonna lie. So, you're saying that she can take away Sasuke's desire, which would
I didn't say take away.
be. Oh, sorry. What did you say again?
I said that she can use his desire.
Use his desire. But in the scan you sent, it looks like the desire becomes external to the person. Is that not accurate?
No, that's nowhere near what it says.
Well, I'm not saying that's what it says. I'm saying what it shows. Like it looks like she's holding a ball, and it says that's where all her desire power comes from, and it shows like a ball in the character's hand.
No,
Like it,
no. That's basically no. Okay, so if you were to read it, so it says it's because she desires nothing. So basically, Joan of Arc wants to know other people's desire, and that's her desire. And now she wants to know Xena's desire and has sympathy with it. And then that's all is where desire's powers come from. So basically, she doesn't steal your desire. It's like she'll know she'll want to know your own desire, which Sasuke is gonna be. Sasuke and Kaiser. Oh, you're not gonna be in my way. I'm going to kill Itachi Uchiha. You're standing in my way to killing Itachi Uchiha. To which is basically she's gonna use that desire for her own advantage.
okay, so one, Sasuke just does not say that in character. There's a lot of flashbacks of him like thinking about it, but he usually doesn't say it out loud. I don't even think he said it to Naruto. Like Naruto just knew because Kakashi told him or something like that. Or, like I think Sasuke said it at the beginning of the series when they were forced to give introductions, but that's about it. Like he doesn't just go around telling people. Like he didn't tell Haku, he didn't tell Gaara, he didn't tell, anyone else he fought ever. Like, the Sound Ninja, he didn't tell anyone. So that's not actually in character for him to do.
Oh my dude.
I mean, unless you can prove that it is, maybe I forgot. Like, drop the scan. Hello?
I'm grabbing my scans.
Okay.
See, let me see if there was the Haku incident. Can you repeat what you said?
Yeah, I said that I don't think that Sasuke has ever volunteered that information of what drives him to anyone. The only time I remember him mentioning it was against Kakashi in the interviews in chapter, what was it? Chapter like 3, something like that. It was like chapter 3 or 4 when they're supposed to give their introductions. Other than that, I don't think there's been any scenarios where he just said, "Yeah, I gotta kill Itachi. Like, I'm not gonna let you beat me for that reason." I don't think he did that.
All right. So what's gonna even like stop like Joan of Arc just basically being just like, hey, it was like, hey Sasuke, what do you desire?
Yeah, because the see-through deception thing, this kind of circles back around to that. If someone's asking him what his desires are, he is going to think that they're probably going to try to make some kind of appeal to him and, try to convince him or do mess with his
But why is
head
that
in some way.
deception inherently?
It depends on what you mean. So I'm not making some sort of objective, like reality based claim that, oh, it's objectively deception. But what I would say is Sasuke would perceive it as such because of his nature as a shinobi. He would, whenever someone who's an enemy makes a claim towards him, he would be more likely, or even a statement of question, whenever someone poses anything to him, he would question it, right? He would say, okay, why do you need to know that? And I'm pretty sure it just is consistent throughout the series. Now, it would take me a while to find this. I don't have it on hand, but it's consistent in the series when someone asks a question for characters to be like, I'm not going to tell you, especially Sasuke. He's like an egomaniac. He's not just going to volunteer his information of, that he has like a big brother like disorder basically that he like, has going on. Like his pride isn't going to let you let him say that to his enemy.
Well, Okay.
especially in the back half of Shippuden, like especially in the final valley, like like there were a couple of opportunities for him to bring up his fight with Itachi, like versus Gaara or something. Like when Gaara's talking about like you're my prey, existence to kill, my what is it? My purpose is this. Sasuke, I'm pretty sure he said something like your purpose isn't greater than mine, but he not once did he bring up Itachi's name, not even a singular time. And I think that's a perfect example, actually.
Can you post that real quick so I can see that?
Sure. I'll like find the chapter.
But I would say this when it was described that her desire is infinity. Don't get it wrong that it's like oh no, this is like this is universal. No, because that's not what that means. What the desire of infinity means. Just to tell you, like what that basically means is basically like her desire, like whatever she desires, she can have. That's basically what it is.
Okay.
Just for context, so basically, it's like she has no limit to what she can desire because witches within this verse are only really limited to one desire.
Okay. So are you
So
saying
yeah,
like potency wise there's
it's
no
not
limit
like
or
a
like
yeah
quantity wise?
yeah potency like potency wise, it's not universal. It's not like a universal skin because it's just like yeah.
Okay.
Just so you don't be like, oh, he's using a universal character in a city level tournament.
All right, hold up. Let me see. Was it and I have like a ballpark for where the scan is. Give me a minute for the one I'm looking for. Let's see. It was okay, so is it around here? Okay, it was before this. Okay. Was it around here? Okay, no, so it's a little bit ahead of this. Okay. Mm. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. So Gara transforms. Let me see. I know they start having a dialogue roughly just somewhere after that, but I'll try to get a little more precise for you. This is an insanely edgy chapter. Holy crap. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, he thinks his desire, but he just does not say it out loud. I can get you the chapter right here where this sort of situation happens, and I'll even show you the scan of him thinking it as opposed to saying it as well. I'll show you the exact scan as well here.
Just one thing, guys. So
Sure.
one of the judges' Phoenix phone just died. So yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't
It's
know
on
exactly.
recording.
Yeah, y'all are debating so long it fucking killed the judge. Good job.
Combat, are you still judging? Please say yes. Bro. Combat? Oh boy. Are you still judging? What do you mean you can't?
I think most of them said that they would judge the recording, not necessarily like right now.
Okay, cool. Hmm, shit. I guess continue then.
But yeah, and then I guess here's the individual scan. He's thinking it. It's not like he's not saying like screaming like yeah, Gara, my brother. It's like he thinks it. Like he does think it, but he doesn't say it at all.
All right, so this is again just saying Big Brother Itachi. Itachi choose me as his avenger, and as no one who will eventually destroy him. So basically, this is his desire, and he's basically shouting it out
No, he's
to
not. But
to
bro, do you,
basically Gara.
okay, hold on. I don't wanna accuse you of being dishonest, but there's no speech bubbles. This is an internal monologue. This isn't a like him saying it out loud.
So like, what page specifically? What
It's in the
page
chapter.
specifically? All right, but like, what
What
page? I don't want to
page?
read through a whole entire chapter.
It's at the bottom. It's at the far bottom. Just scroll all the way down. Go to strip view, and then it's like the 4th or 5th page from the last one. See, 1, 2. Well, depending on what you think the last scan. 1, 2, 3. It's like the 3rd or 4th from the bottom. Yeah, no speech bubbles, only thoughts. and I don't know if you want me to prove they use speech bubbles when they actually talk. I could I could like show you a scan of them
Nigga,
using speech
nigga,
bubbles.
nigga. Stop.
I'm just making sure.
You almost made me call you the hard R for a second. All right, well, all right. So I would say like this one is completely different because like from Gara because like in this scan it says like you have both hatred and you both have we have well it should say we both have hatred. Your hatred and your intent to kill waver because of your fear. Is this the pitiful extent of your existence? To which to which is just like, oh, if you want an answer, oh, come on, if you want an answer. Which I would say like the context of like Gara saying it and Joan of Arc saying it is different. So like yeah, so this like it's completely different between like both of them saying it, but like of which one Sasuke would really like answer is really irrelevant, I would say.
Well, from what I gathered, what you were saying was she was going to try to get him to tell her his desire, and then she would use that against him in some way. But what I'm saying is, even when someone's goading him, trying to be like, "Oh yeah, your existence isn't as strong as mine. Your reason for living is not the same as mine." He's literally directly calling out Sasuke's drive, and that in and of itself would go a lot of people into doing it, but he doesn't. He resists the urge to, say what his thing is. He'll think about it, but he won't say it, right? So if your argument is that she's going to get him to say it, he won't. If you're going to use I believe you made an argument about she can mind hacks him into doing it. If we want to go that route, I can give sort of a response to that if you'd like.
Like that.
Was that the argument, or am I misremembering something?
You're misremembering.
Okay, so you weren't using. You're just gonna say she's gonna just basically rhetoric him, right? So yeah, that's I feel like a sufficient enough counter.
I don't see that, but we can leave that point
Okay, that's fine.
specifically to the judges.
Cool. Okay, so the last thing that you presented that I remember is that she can make clones of herself out of Sasuke's perception, correct?
Alright, what's up?
Wait, yo, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Cool, cool. Yeah, so that is what you said, right? I'm not strawmanning or anything?
Yeah, no, based upon his own perception and how he views and how he views his but basically her, basically of how he views her, and then basically that'll create clones of her, and then basically these clones can say for an example, like I even posted too as well, that they have immortality, and now each of these clones will have immortality because that perception of the Mona Lisa will be already like implanted into their head, because that's already how Sasuke will view them based upon that perception.
Okay, got it, got it.
But that's
So,
just but that's just an example of like an ability,
right.
not you
Okay.
actually using like the immortality point as the actual point.
Sure, sure. Okay, yeah. So, in the sense of that, I say sure she can use clones that will match Sasuke's perception, which I already said previously would have the same energy levels as she does and probably the same stats. I can grant that. That's fine. Sasuke is used to fighting clone users. Examples being Naruto. He's used to fighting clones. Also, I think the Genjutsu point from earlier will be sufficient. He can just Genjutsu the clones, and yeah.
All right, all right. So for the clones point, I was gonna get to this later, but I added like another layer on top of that too as well, of basically about like the witch demon was trying to access like Joan of Arc's mind, and this was like after and this was like after too as well. She just won her fight too as well, and she was like heavily exhausted too as well, and then she was trying to get into her mind, and then like Joan of Arc was able to like break
Okay.
out of the mind hacks.
So, okay, so two things. So you said that, sorry, can you repeat the last thing you said about the mine hacks?
Okay, okay. So basically, okay, the witch demon, she basically was mind hacking Joan of Arc.
Sure, sure.
All right, but by mind hacking Joan of Arc after it's like after she just won her match, and she was heavily fatigued. All right, and basically Joan of Arc was able to break out of it.
Okay, so isn't that just baseline mine hacks resistance?
This is just another layer.
Wait, sorry, can you explain why it's a layer?
Okay. All right, because once she already has resistances to mind hacks already, because based upon Wu, which was basically the other chick, and then after that with the amp through the Maiden of Infinity, and then this.
Okay, so it's, what is it? Are you saying that, sorry, I'm having trouble following. Are you saying that since you're using composite, it's combining the mine hacks of multiple characters? Is that what it is?
No, but no, I won't do that because that's ratty. That'll be me ratting.
Okay,
But basically, but basically it's like her base already has like a baseline resistances, like a baseline resistance. But then like with her desire and her magic vestment, like her magic vestment, because that's what witches go through, is like magic vestments, and that basically like when this happens, like they have like a resistance, like another layer of resistance. The reasons why she couldn't she couldn't tell her like to, oh, go kill yourself, and then she was gonna go kill herself again because it wouldn't have worked.
okay,
And then
okay.
yeah, and then after that with this magic, then after the match with the witch, with the demon witch, she was trying to do this again to like Joan of Arc, and this was like with the magic investment, like when she had it, and then she was like not able to like mind hacks her, and the demon witch is like the witch that is far beyond like all the witches that exist within the verse.
Okay. How many layers would that be?
That would be three.
3? Okay, cool. And then can you drop the scans for those?
I already dropped them.
All of them? Okay, which ones were they? Let me see. Hold on. Desires used against you. Is it this one? Okay. This?
The VC getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
When are you guys
10.
gonna go to conclusion? It's about to be 3 hours.
Probably after probably after this point. If Kurai is fine with that, that is.
I'll just say like after this, I'll just say like let's just like one more,
Okay.
and
One
then
more. Like,
no. I'm just saying like one big PP is like I already summoned the clones, but I needed to like like it's like what is my character going to do after she does all of her clones?
okay, that's fine. I thought you meant one. I thought you meant one more win con or one more point. I was about to say. Oh lord.
Let's see. Okay, so I see the one where the one character resists the mind hacks of when she gets told to kill herself, she will. And yeah, it says, yeah, she just resists it. And then I see the scan beneath that of someone trying to. Wait, no, is that the same scan? No, that's literally the same scan. I think, yeah, it looks like the same. It's just her resisting mind hacks again. So yeah, I only see her resisting mind hacks normally.
Wrong again. Because it's because those two are supposed to be flipped. Those two are supposed to be flipped around. It's like this is that one is the first context, and that one is the second. It's the second one. It's the second one of that, and then later on, oh, I didn't post. Hang on, I didn't post that.
Also, hold on, isn't she talking about her rule like being some kind of royalty? So maybe it's the case that people usually just crumble under the pressure of their like royalty telling them that.
No.
All right, pop off.
No, because because it's like why would she just be like yes like her eyes just go like she's just like yes I'm gonna kill my it's like I'm gonna actually do this I'm going to kill myself like in her hands like actually reaching for it and she doesn't want to do it so it's not based upon because she's really royalty because like why would she just be like oh no I can't die right after it. No, that's not how it works.
Dude, do you know how susceptible like a large majority of the population are to like cult leaders and stuff like that? Like there's people that will follow a cult leader and drink a cup of poison after them
Know each other, but that's the thing. That they come from two different separate worlds. So in the first place, she doesn't even really like. She's just hearing these claims that's being based upon what she is saying, you know,
Well,
and that and the thing is, you can even tell with her eyes too as well. Like,
well, I
dog,
can't tell because I don't know the verse. You're kind of like presupposing that I know how people in this
I'm not
verse behave.
presupposing nothing. You're the one who's presupposing. You're like oh no. You're like oh no. This isn't mind hacks because you know this is just really just her just saying it's like oh she's just doing this because she's royalty. No.
Well,
That's
hold on.
not.
First of all, hold on. First of all, that was like framed as a question. First of all, and second, when I'm saying like, oh yeah, you know, when she says this thing, there's no sort of indication of like, oh yeah, her like ability like is getting activated in the scan, right? Like for example, when Kakashi mind hacks his Zabuza, for instance, right? We get like a direct confirmation scan that yes, he was using mind hacks. That's not anywhere in here. It's just her saying, like literally, like in the scan, if we're going with the in the scan argument, it's like, yeah, in the scan, it's this chick in like super like robes. It literally looks like an emperor robe, and she's like, "Yeah, kill yourself," and that's all I really see in here. And then she just resists the what is it like the person saying that, like she just resists the urge to kill herself, and so like in a vacuum without me knowing the verse, what other conclusion am I supposed to come to other than obviously just believing
It's
you?
literally like an illogical conclusion. That's an illogical conclusion. That is literally because you're just saying because you're just saying us like so it's like because they're basically not saying that it's like not like Naruto now because he actually like he is a Naruto, he says that he's doing this but he's actually not doing this. So in your scan it's basically saying it's just like
Well, hold on.
you're basically saying it's like
Let me tell you my reasoning, and you can tell me if it sounds fallacious. The scan doesn't say something, therefore we shouldn't assume that thing.
Okay. Okay. Literally, take your take your life, huh? Then everyone's just like, what? What's going on? And then she goes on to saying is that the path to supremacy reaches into the heavens. We will not allow a mere pebble like you to stand in the way of the rule. This is for your own good, and let it be benevolence to your tears. Now do as we command and perish. And then basically she's just everyone's saying it was like, oh, did she just tell her opponent to kill herself? And it says, it seems you ignorant fools are willing to listen to reason. We are the emperors of China. And then they basically go upon explaining it. And then she said, and then basically it goes basically the other people talking about her. And then basically she goes command like in her eyes go docile. I think that's the word. Her eyes go docile, and then she picks up the knife, and it says, "Now I remember." And then now she's like, puts the knife onto her neck, and then if we go on to the next scan, then she's basically like, "No, I'm not going to end up doing that."
Well, sure, yeah. Like, let's go back to what I was saying. Like, and I actually didn't even see the Emperor of China thing for some reason. I don't know. But when it comes to that, it's literally the thing I said. Yeah, that looks like an emperor. She says she's an emperor, I guess, or someone says that, and she tells someone to kill themselves. So she's getting like soul crushed by the clout, basically.
Then literally, if you literally go below that, the only witch's desire is can harm a witch. So
Let me see.
basically, that's one of her magic investments. Hang on, let me just come on.
The
We
fucking
can leave
clock.
we can leave that point that specific point to the judges.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. That's fine. I just want to add before even then, I still didn't see the scans for the layers, so yeah, I'll just dismiss the
I
layers.
mean,
Yeah.
I actually posted. I actually even said it too as well. The
Did
scans
you
for the
tag
layers.
it?
So
Where is it?
I literally posted it.
Or can you tag the post real
But
quick?
you're literally the ones. But you're literally the ones who literally are you're literally disagreeing with it.
Well, I'm saying, can you tag the post? Because you posted like 12 scans. And when you went on about those arguments, you made 3 arguments and you posted a bunch of scans. If memory serves correctly, that's called shotgunning. So I'm just asking you to make it a little more clear.
It's literally not. I fucking explained it.
Well, just because you
If
explain
I literally
something doesn't
explain,
make it not shotgunning. Do you know what shotgunning is?
and you were following done, and you were following along too as well. You were literally following along.
Just because I
It's like,
tried to
dude,
follow along doesn't mean I'm able to perfectly. Like I don't think I'm infallible or something.
bro, you were literally like following along.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't see how that entails a layer. Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
But
awake. We
can
took
leave
you
that point to
straight
the
here.
judges.
All right, that's fine. Okay. And
We
then,
can leave that
okay.
point to the judges.
All right. Oh, it looks like you tagged another scan. Let me see. Okay, yeah, saw that one. 1, 2. Okay, wait, let me see. Did I see this one? You would resonate with me. Okay. Yeah, and then I don't see anything that would. Yeah, I just don't see layers at all. So okay, I don't think there's layers. Let me see. I had 3, and then of course the Sharingan's resistances are the same. 3 resistances to mind hacks. 3 layers of resistance. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, okay. I think we can go to conclusions now.
hang on, because I haven't exactly said like what the clones are really going to be doing like right after they come out.
Okay, sure.
All right. So then after this, then we can just go to conclusion. So basically, what's gonna end up happening is like one or two things. Is basically that Bonnie with her liberty of desire. So which basically like when if one of these were to touch you, basically like it's like let's say for an example, if you were to have like a kunai, like yeah, of course he has a kunai. So basically like if he were to like basically just touch you, and then basically she can desire basically call to desire and basically like bring it to her, basically like whatever like she desires. So basically what's going to end up happening is that she's going to end up with all the clones basically end up jumping Sasuke, and then like touch his heart or touch any of his body parts, and then end up desiring it and then bringing it to her, basically ripping it in half or taking it out of his heart.
Okay, so you're saying that they're gonna like, yeah, she's gonna make her clones touch Sasuke, and that's gonna allow her to rip out his heart.
Yeah. No. Liberty, desire liberty, which is basically so basically, if I were to touch your heart, for an example, and if I were to say I'm gonna take your heart, and then basically after me touching it, your heart's just it's gonna rip out of your body. It's just gonna rip out your body.
So I assume you mean she has to touch his chest, like his skin, or how does that work exactly?
Yes, yes, basically with all the clones.
Right. So she has to touch his skin.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So as long as he's able to. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So so Sasuke has really good taijutsu. Like I said, he copied Lee's taijutsu, which is like top tier in the verse in terms of skill. And this is a verse where people train from the time they're kids. So he should have top tier skill, so that he should be able to allow her not to touch his like bare chest for some reason. And in addition to that, I think the genjutsu works. You could just genjutsu all of the clones, so and then render them ineffective and not combat applicable. All right, I think we're good.
Hang on, but hang on. Even with that, we even left that point to the judges, and then even with taijutsu, as a basically like since you brought up a fail safe, if anything, she also has a fail safe too as well, which is basically just a multiple of explosions that's gonna engulf the area too as well. Let me get the scans for that. Okay, come on. Drop these two off. And okay, and then basically like these clones are basically these are like just basically like an abundance of clones, like more than these are basically what it entails is like an infinite of clones. So basically, like if as a failsafe, she's just gonna like throw like a bunch of like dynamite, which will scale to her own AP too as well.
Okay, that's cool.
As like a
Yeah, I think
failsafe.
she'd get genjutsu before any of this gets off, so we're chilling.
All right, so you can go on to your conclusions, but I don't believe that it's Genjutsu will work. But okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Hallelujah.
All right, so let's see. So his first, so okay, yeah, we went over stats. He had a higher AP, which was fine. He said that his character has an ability to where if he convinces anyone that that thing will come into reality. I said, sure, that's how the ability works, but I called into question when it says anyone, what does it entail by anyone? And we went over whether or not that it would entail the person themselves, like the person who has the ability or not. I thought it didn't. He thought it did, but we left that to the judges. That's fine. And when it came to the social influencing, whether or not she'd be able to convince Sasuke, I gave good reasoning for why it wouldn't work on Sasuke. And then after that, I said, and even if the ability somehow lands, he should be able to use Izanagi. We argued about that for a while. I think we ended up leaving it to the judges, but his arguments were essentially that he wasn't listed as the known user in the wiki. I called him the question of the wiki. And I said that when it comes to the term known user could be anyone who has it or just people who have used it, on screen, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be whether or not someone has it or not. He brought up that Sasuke may not be able to use it as a kid because he's less skilled than Donzo. His arguments for that was that Sasuke is a Genin, Donzo has more eyes, more skilled. I brought up the fact that being a Genin isn't necessarily indicative of skill or ability, especially ocular ability. I brought up examples of Sasuke being relative to Lee, Gaara, etc., Naruto, etc. I brought up examples from the war, etc., to why the rank Genin doesn't really mean anything. I brought up how more eyes is never implied to be more skilled at all. He brought up that Donzo was going relative with Shippuden and Sasuke. I said he literally wasn't. He got killed 13 times and decimated, like it was not close. If anything, he was getting bodied by his own abilities drawbacks. That would be like the MS, making him go blind and siphoning his stamina. He said, how do we know he knows how to use it? I brought up the fact that the Sharingan's abilities are largely intuitive. I brought up the fact that he just sort of learned precog just by getting the Sharingan and copying abilities. All of this was intuitive. It was never something he had to learn to do at all. Even when he evolves the Sharingan, when his precog evolves, it's not something he has to learn how to do. It just happens. Let's see, what else was it? It was that Shippuden and Sasuke had help from Karin. I said that didn't happen. He never gave any evidence for that. Let's see, it was after that, he also brought up Obito. I brought up Obito didn't help until Donzo had this suicide attack after being killed for like 13 times. And also, Sasuke was being weakened over time. After that, I gave my win con, which was the Genjutsu, the 3 layers of Genjutsu. And let's see. After that, he said that his character had a resistance to Genjutsu, and that. And then I guess we can just say what I said to that was, okay, that's fine, but I have layers. Eventually, we kind of came back around to that, and he gave layers, but I don't think the layers worked. He showed me some scans, even tagged the scans, but I just don't think the scans implied layers whatsoever. And we were arguing about if it even was mind hacks in general. I'm not even sure that he provided a good explanation for it being mind hacks, period. Let's see. And then the stealing his desires, I provided how Sasuke wouldn't tell her his desires, period. I don't think he even argued against that, really. We went over his character can make clones equal to Sasuke's perception, which I did agree would be relative to the user. I brought up that Sasuke has fought clone users before, that being Naruto, to where he can summon clones, and the fact that he could just Genjutsu at the start, GG's, it wouldn't even, nothing would happen. He would just Genjutsu, it's game over. His character would be incapacitated. And that's my conclusion.
All right, so on to my conclusion. So for this conclusion, I have more AP, and there's it's a 3.2 times difference. So let's see, no, it's a 2.3 times difference. So like I have more AP. And then so now if we're going on to the first point, which is Himiko, which is something that we left to the judges, and with her social influencing and with her confidence being 100%. So basically she can use this on herself and also on Sasuke too as well. So basically her truth manip. So basically like for this point, it really doesn't matter because it's like Shirai said that she's gonna win this battle 100%, which is basically what happens with her truth manip. So there's that. So I believe that point went off. So then even provided like examples too as well of how even if one doesn't even believe it, if one doesn't believe it, so then that it still works because she believes in herself. of it. Then also with the whole like crowd and stadium point, I believe like did let that leave that to judges too as well. But I believe I won that point too as well. Because he started bringing up like semantics with basically like the people that are in the lower part of the stadium can hear without even really providing any actual real evidence of how that would equivalent to this stadium. Then also too as well about the claims about her like her magic, since with her truth manip, basically saying that, oh yeah, so people, so like he made a presupposition that because this is like her type of magic that everyone like, or like people in the lower crowd will be able to hear it, which was really not even, yeah, not even really a good point. And then with the whole like easy nagi point, the whole easy nagi point, I pretty much like debunked that, to basically that like Kid Sasuke can't use this, and that even if we were to like grant Kid Sasuke this, if that he would just end up going blind in one eye or both eyes, and then even though that was his initial point to start with, what was like the Izanagi point. So basically, if the Izanagi point doesn't work, so then basically that means that I pop off with my character, and basically his genjutsu doesn't really wouldn't work, because that's really what he's doing first. So which means I'll be able to get off like my clones, my infinite clones, and then also too as well with the then also too with like the her hacks, basically them just jumping on Sasuke and gaining up on him and basically trying to basically touch him. And even if one clone touches Sasuke, so basically then she can end up using her desire liberty to basically rip off Sasuke's heart out, which will end up working since there's an infinite amount of clones. And then we also and then even as a failsafe, she can even like throw like bombs, to which basically that will engulf the whole entire area, and basically that's being equal to her own AP. So with all the explosions that's happening too as well, that's gonna end up one-shotting Sasuke. And with the whole mind hacks point, I did like bring up like 3 layers of mind hacks to combat his genjutsu, but I pointed out with Joan of Arc and Wu, and basically to which Wu was basically told her to basically kill herself, and basically she went straight to go kill herself, and there was nothing really stated about the claim that he made, because because she was royalty, and basically of how that's not really mind hacks, what was he was trying to say, because it was just because she was royalty, and basically that she was just going to do it because I forgot really what he said. But then I brought up like another point on top of that too as well, like the second layer, which was basically that she wasn't able to do this again when she had her magic vestment on, which granted her another layer of resistances. And then the last layer was with the demon witch, to which the demon witch couldn't mind hacks her, and then Joan of Arc was able to snap out of it. With the whole desire point, we left that point to the judges again, because basically like Sasuke was like inner monologuing all this when it comes to Gara, but like I can go back with that with the whole social influencing point, and basically use that to get Sasuke's desire. But we left that point to the judges, and let's see, and then yeah, that should be all of it.
All right, it's time to unmute Phoenix. You can do this. I believe in you. Come on, Phoenix. This is only gonna be for a few minutes. 1 second. All right.
Let's be real. There was no winner here today.
I
We
think he
all
fell
lost.
asleep.
Everyone lost. Everyone lost.
Hey, we have the recording.
CoolGeek needs to be executed. That's all I
Yeah,
need to
whoever
say.
hears that recording will also lose.
Yeah. Like I don't know. CoolGeek needs to be put on the executioner's block, because this debate was
This guy needs to be put on the cross in the fucking Tsukiyomi.
Oh my god. This debate needs to be put on a diet. This was the fattest debate I've ever seen. Oh my god. Cool geek.
Yeah.
You might like, bro.
All right,
You
real
might
quick,
have
I'm gonna stop the
surpassed-
recording.